Anyway, days and not days to find you shining away. Karaoke with Kiki. It's ready? Take on me, take on me, take me on. I'll be gone without you. That's high. I'm not going that high. It's Thursday. Hi, Kurt. That's right. I'm thirsty too. Cheers. Cheers. Out to me. Mark. Mark. You. Woo. Me on. I'll be gone. Tammy. That's right. I want to play the keyboard. Ready? Latasha! Latasha's here. Latasha's here. Yes, she is. Woo! Okay, ready? I feel like Steve Martin. Wild and crazy girl. Hey, Gina, what's up, girl? Ow! It's so hot in here. I'm sweating profusely. I'm so wet under my arms. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness you can't get near me. Hey, Doug! On me's karaoke with Kiki. Take me on. Everybody say hi to Doug and Gina over on YouTube. I'm pretending to sing that high. Hi, Suzanne. It's so hot. I'm so hot. 'Cause the air conditioning's on. I know it. I noticed that you had my microphone turned off until just now. I know, because you're afraid of me. You're frightened. Frightened. Because I broke the mic before.
Well,
it was a Journey song.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
It was a Don't Stop Believin', I think.
So it's Thursday, and this is great. I mean, we've been going through withdrawal all summer long, but, you know, we were on last week for a little while, and you beat me up, and you had a nice talk with, what's his name?
It was only 2 days ago. We were testing.
Well, yeah, that doesn't count, but, you know, we're testing.
Right.
And more people, like, are going crazy. They love to hear test. I mean, I
don't get it.
I don't
understand it.
Get it. It's fine.
And Gina says hello. And I know everybody else is saying hi too, but
yes.
I just saw Gina. She popped up.
Gina popped up?
Yeah.
I just popped up too.
She popped up.
Oh my God.
So we have a nice, exciting show this evening.
We do.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that in a second.
We will?
A second. And
Doug's Guitar Work says hello.
Oh, Doug, how's your guitars? You know, does he like
They're working.
Does he have bass guitars? Does he have acoustic guitars?
All right, let's just take a gander. I bet he has everything. Why am I Al?
What?
I know you don't like me talking technical.
What?
But I sound like I'm in a tin can. It's the speaker. I'm just saying. It's fine. Anyway, hi, everyone. Al, don't get mad at me. Oh my God. I'm just telling you how I feel. Like, you want me to tell you my feelings. And you are the sound guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, we started the show off on a good note, which is great. So how do you sound now?
I think. Oh, it's better. It is better.
Listen,
yes,
Kiki.
thank you.
Listen, Kiki. We've been married for many, many years. Okay, and but you can't keep. I know that certain things don't sound right sometimes, but you beat me up all the time. I know what I'm doing.
I wasn't beating you up.
But you just started the show, and you tell me that.
See, it sounds better now.
But I know that. Okay, it's like you don't think I know how to play with the knobs correctly. Do I play?
Oh, you are amazing.
No. The knob settings are very important in life, okay? And you can't talk about the same thing every week because people get tired of listening about technical stuff. They just can't. We got a lot of people around the nation right now, and we have a married couple fighting on the radio.
Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Rhonda's watching the golf course.
Well, maybe Rhonda can help me. I need some therapy.
She's looking at the people playing golf.
What?
Looking at the people playing golf.
People playing golf.
And Michael, hello, Michael. How are you?
Michael? Oh.
Yep, and did I tell you Latasha, Mark,
Latasha,
Kurt,
Marco,
Suzanne,
Kurt?
They're here.
By the way, on the Kiki.fm Facebook page right now, the Kiki.fm Rock Shop is wide open.
It's wide open.
Wide open.
And let's just tell you, my model, Kurt Andrews, he did an amazing job modeling the new leggings, the Kiki.fm leggings.
Really nice job. Really
and
nice.
my friend Michelle was like, wowza.
Yeah, wowza.
That Kurt.
She's not going to order.
Got it going on.
No, she's not going to order the leggings.
She was like, I got to get myself some leggings.
Right.
And actually, can I just say, someone on Instagram said today, I posted the picture of Kurt, they're like, I want the leggings. They say, you know what, rock on.
No, they want...
Anne-Marie's in the house. Hello, Anne-Marie.
Oh, my God, Anne-Marie. So they don't want the leggings, they want Kurt.
Well, yeah, but, we can't say that. And I would just like to give an official cheers to everyone.
Yeah.
As I choke on my spit.
Are you okay? You sound like you're going to cry or something.
I would, nope.
You're going to cry? You upset because you were yelling at me earlier?
The Prosecco this evening is brought to you by Mark and Dawn.
Really?
From Maryland.
Really? Mark and Dawn from Maryland?
Yep.
Really? So
no one can see, but I can show you.
Are you okay? You sound a little shaky tonight.
La Marca.
You sound like a little...
La Marca Prosecco from Mark and Dawn.
Are you nervous tonight or something?
No.
I mean,
no.
Can you get closer to the microphone, please? Can you feel the microphone? Can you get on top of it? No, I don't want to do that. But you're drinking Prosecco tonight, courtesy of Mark and Dawn.
Correct.
Now, Dawn, she's a crazy party animal, isn't she? She's nuts, isn't she?
She's not nuts.
She needs a lot of help.
You're actually nuts.
No, she needs a...
Chin, Anne-Marie.
She needs a lot of help and therapy, Like
Gina said, we're all friends here, Al. We're all friends here, Al.
Who said that, Gina?
Ario Gina.
The
one that's been to 500 Ario Speedwagon shows.
That's great. That's fantastic, What songs do they do? I had no idea. Did you ever...
I'm going to keep on loving you. I'm just going to keep on, whether you're a pain in my ass or not.
Oh, my God.
Keep it on.
Are you upset with me already tonight?
No.
You sound like you're upset with me.
I'm fine.
No, you're yelling at me at the start of the show about my knobs, and you're just going to lay off my knobs.
It wasn't really about your knobs.
Yes, it was.
Doug's Guitar Work said Riding the Storm Out. That's a great song. That's a great song.
Who was that? Ario?
That's actually one of my top from them.
Really?
I do love that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
They keep the fire burning and all that stuff. That's great. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And Mark said Dawn needs a lot of help putting up with him all these years.
I know.
I don't think so, Mark. Mark's a nice man.
Mark's a pain in the ass. He's a pain in the ass. I tell you, he is I don't know how Dawn puts up with him.
You are so not nice at all.
I am nice. I was fine until you started talking about technical stuff. You just,
And retired Roberta is in the house.
Retired who?
Retired Roberta. Thank you, Roberta. And
retired Rockin' Roberta's here too?
Just like to say hi.
I'm surprised she's not at the
He's in the studio.
See, who's in the studio?
Mr. Augeri.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
I pretend lots of people are here.
Really?
When they're really not here.
Well, you can pretend.
But I pretend.
Here. Right.
John Waite's here.
So Roberta's here tonight.
And actually, Ario Speedwagon, they're here.
Roberta was nice enough
to
check in with us on Tuesday during a test.
I know.
And she loves the way...
That was a crazy test.
No, she loves the way I test,
Oh, Dale. Hello, Dale. Dale said Dawn is a saint.
Dawn is a saint? Who said that? Dale? Dale?
Dale Fogel.
Oh, Dale Fogel.
Yes.
It was a D&D show, the Dale and Don Show on Kiki.fm, coast to coast. We have a tremendous amount of people listening to us now throughout the country.
That's crazy.
Looking at the stream, we got people from Montana. We got people from California. Some people from California. I don't know why.
You know what? In Montana, can you ride an elk? Like, is that a thing?
I don't know. Maybe.
Like, can you just walk out your door and I want to ride an elk?
And Dixie from Chicago is in and out. She says she can't be with us tonight.
Oh,
she has a previous appointment, and I said cancel it, but I don't know. She's going to listen.
And Doug's Guitar Works is from Nova Scotia.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Anthony Martinelli's on.
Wait. First of all, his guitar, does he have a guitar shop or something?
I'm guessing.
But if you can hear me, he's from Nova Scotia. I love Nova Scotia. And we had the opportunity to meet with some people. Was it last week from New Brunswick, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Roberta, we missed you more.
No, I could stop it. What's her name?
Roberta? Was it New Brunswick? What do you mean, what's her name?
What do you mean, what's the name?
You literally just said that.
Who? What?
Roberta?
What about Roberta?
She's our baby girl.
She's not a baby girl.
She's our baby girl.
Oh, my God. Have another drink of Prosecco.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
The nice people from the Brunswick visited us last week. Very nice people. And
very nice.
They might be listening right now.
Carrie Ann, what's up?
Carrie Ann, I'm glad she's out of the hospital. She's feeling better. That's great. I love Carrie Ann.
We all love Carrie Ann.
Yeah, is she drinking tonight?
I don't know, but Carrie Ann knows how to have fun.
God.
She just does.
Oh, my God. And you talk about having fun. I got to have a sip of beer because I haven't had a sip of beer in 2 days.
A minute.
No, I took.
You haven't had a sip of beer in 30 seconds. Well, you better just chug it down. Just go. You better just. Oh, there he goes. Yep. And Gina, Ario Gina, is in Kentucky this evening.
She's what?
In Kentucky.
I thought she said.
And Carrie.
I thought you said Gina's having a puppy this evening.
No.
How does Gina have a puppy?
Can I tell you something really weird?
Who, me or they?
No, me and the audience.
The audience. Okay, go ahead.
So when I walk out to take my little doggy outside to go do Tinkle Winkle.
Oh my God, what a pain in the butt. Yeah.
I literally hope I find either a kitty cat or a puppy.
No way.
I do. I hope I find a kitty cat or a puppy.
What is wrong with you, girl?
I don't know.
Well, you want a kitty? Well, aren't I enough for you to take care of? I mean, you don't. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, when you take me out to go tinkle, do you think the same way? When you take me out to go tinkle, do you look for a kitty cat?
Because I want something to save me. I'm really hoping I find a little baby kitty cat or a little baby puppy. Little baby. Or even I'll take an adult puppy if they need a home.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my God, I could never volunteer.
We have a gentleman coming on in a few minutes. His name is
it's a few minutes. Oh my gosh.
No, get back. His name is David Snowden, and Kiki will tell you all about him, and he'll talk all about that stuff. Big weekend coming up, concert-wise. Journey is going to be in New York City, and all kinds of other groups. I don't know who the other groups are, but
Steve Miller.
Who?
Steve Miller Band. They're going to be there.
He's all right.
Oh my God.
No, he's a joker. I don't think. I don't want to talk about. No, he's he just plays and puts gates around him, and the God.
Roberta's not going to give you cookies anymore.
Yes, she is. She didn't say that. Did she say that?
Oh my God, he's all upset.
No, I want cookies from. I want cookies from my brother.
Ooh, it's hot in here.
Yeah, well,
I need a fan.
Well, take your shirt off. It's fine.
No.
So, what's the names? Journey going to be in New York City over the weekend. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, by the way.
Wait a minute. Can I just say something? You know what tickets went on sale today?
Yeah, what tickets went on sale today?
And Al won't let me go.
What?
Everybody help me out here.
What?
Guess who's going to be?
What?
In Orlando.
Who? Oh, Bud.
The Velvet Sessions.
Oh, my God. The who?
At the Hard Rock Hotel. Guess.
Are you serious? Orlando?
Guess.
Orlando?
Yep.
Orlando?
Just guess.
Orlando? I can guess. I know.
My Breddy. And Al will not let me go. Tickets went on sale today, and I'm like, you know what?
Wait a minute.
He won't let me go.
What do you mean? Al won't let me go.
He won't let me go.
No.
I'm so mad.
No. You can't go on the radio saying, I won't let you go.
You didn't. You said no.
No,
you said no. You said no. I said I want to.
You said I want to go see my birdie.
Yeah.
And I said we got a lot of things on our plate.
You said no.
And my plate is full. And
I could go by myself.
Oh God.
I'm sure. Well, no. Listen, a Bret Michaels concert
is come back.
Rough. It's hardcore. I would need security because...
Is it the Hard Rock Hotel?
The women and the men are
Can I ask you a question? I'm talking to you right now. Is it the Hard Rock Hotel in Orlando?
Yeah. But all the good tickets are gone. I'm sure it's sold out now.
That's where Steve Ojiri was, and we missed it because you dragged me to Universal Theater with the kids.
No, let's talk about what really happened that night. Oh, my God,
I can't.
What really happened
What happened that night? I don't want to talk about that. So, by the way, tickets go on sale tomorrow for Kiss in Las Vegas. Kiss in Las Vegas.
Their big residency.
Big residency in Las Vegas, right through New Year's Eve, and then again another date in January. We'll tell you more about it here on Kiki.fm. How does that grab you?
It grabs me. All right, let's give David a call because we need to talk Kiss. And can I just say, Wayne is in the house. Wayne from Las Vegas is in the house, and Wayne. I can't. We want to see what you look like. I think I'm off the air. I don't know. So I'm thinking David's on next. I'll put a nice long song on. So yeah, we're going to talk about Kiss now for the next, I don't know, little bit. So if you guys are liking that. And Wayne, he's also worked with one of your favorite groups of all time. So, oh my God. You saw Sammy Hagar too? I can't with you, Gina. How do you get to do all this? How? You must be a multi-gazillionaires because I would love to see all these people. I've never gotten to see Sammy. I haven't seen Ario in a couple of years. Al, it's not even the pants thing. He just doesn't want me to see Bret Michaels because he's afraid that I'm going to leave. Where am I going? Bret doesn't want me. Bret does not want me. But I'm saving myself for that guy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm a married woman, for goodness. God, you guys are ridiculous. Ridiculous. Come on. John Waite. I just love having fun with that whole John Waite thing. He is a cutie pie, though. Wabash, Indiana, front row, indoor venue, only 600 tickets sold. I can't with you. How do you do these things, Gina? You need to write a book on how to be you. Because you know how to be you. You know how to rock it out. I'm going to have a little bit more because we're going to be talking Kiss and all kinds of other really fun things. Wayne, you're going to like this too. We got some good Scoopy Doopy coming up. Yeah, that Al is a looker. Oh, Mark, we got to see Mark and Dawn over the weekend. And this is from Mark and Dawn. So I'm polishing that off for you. Thank you, by the way. What happens in Orlando stays in Orlando. Listen, I just want to see the guy. That's all I want to do. And possibly, how fun would that be to interview Bret Michaels? So not going to happen. But, you never know. It would just be fun. It would just be a rootin' tootin' time. Hootenanny. A Bret Michaels hootenanny. Imagine. Boy, wouldn't that be good? All right. Oh! Come on, everyone. Do the dance. Milky Way. To my catcher. Oh, my master. I become a slave to my bready. Woo! Really to Al, because I do everything. I literally do. It doesn't seem like it, but I do. Hey, Pam, what's going on, girl? Ready? And then you sense a change. Nothing feels the same. All your dreams are strange. Love comes walking in. Some kind of alias. Opening simply pulls the string. Love comes walking in. Okay, guys, here we go. Whoo, I'm red. He has worked with several iconic and amazing musicians, including Cheap Trick, Ronnie James Dio, Ace Frehley. I know this list is long. Enough's Enough, Nelson, Joan Jett, and, yes, you guessed it, Kiss. From fan club member to music promoter, he is currently working on a documentary about the late Kiss guitarist Eric Carr. Time to go deep about the amazing artists he has worked with. Everyone, give it up for David Snowden. David, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you, Kiki.
Now, David, the Kiss show was in Mansfield, Mass. last night. Before we get into everything, the reviews that I read, I quickly went through them. They were amazing. Do you happen to know anyone who went to that show?
Oh, I had a lot of people send me some emails, and everybody seemed to love the show.
Yeah.
You got to hand it to them. Almost 50 years in, the band still delivers every night.
And, you know, it really irritates me when people, just go after the whole voice tracking thing. Who cares? To me, who cares?
Oh, I'm absolutely with you. Kiss has always been about the big show.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. I mean, the music is the foundation to it all, because if they didn't have great music, they certainly wouldn't have lasted this long.
No, absolutely.
They've influenced everybody. I mean, Garth Brooks, country star, he's out there and he's doing basically a Kiss country show. Motley Crew, what did they come out of? They came right out of the ashes of 70s Kiss.
Yeah.
So.
And when you think about it, Motley Crue, and then you talk about all of those glam hair bands, right? I mean, they put on the big show just like Kiss did and still does.
Absolutely. Bon Jovi went on tour with Kiss in 1984, and by the time 1986 came along, he's headlining. He was doing a big Kiss show. He's coming up out of the stage just like Kiss did in 1979.
That's crazy.
It's great. I mean, they've influenced so many people in the rock world. Even when you watch the Super Bowl every year, the halftime show, it doesn't matter what artist it is, they're out there putting on a big show. And if it wasn't for a band like Kiss that came out, a lot of people laughed at them in the 70s. By the end of the 70s, people kept saying, it's a little kids band, it's all about the show. But they came back within a couple years and proved to people it wasn't just a show, it was about the music as well.
Isn't it funny, David, how Kiss is really, people have loved them, hated them. There really isn't a middle of the road for that band when you really sit down and think about it. It's been about they're great, they're not, I don't like them, I love them tremendously. It's so strange to me because I just think they've done a great job, and like Journey, they've been able to keep this train going for decades. And you got to hand it to them just for that alone, I think.
I mean, hey, not every album you're going to put out is going to be a home run.
Right.
But it's all about the new music. And, I mean, unfortunately, it's not about that anymore, but it used to be.
Yeah.
I know that when I'd go out and see bands when I was younger, I couldn't wait to hear the new songs. Now, you go to see the Rolling Stones, they want to play a new song. I want to go to the bathroom.
I know, we want to hear Brown Sugar. I mean, that's just the way it is.
That's right. I'd rather hear them play Brown Sugar 10 times than to play one new song.
Isn't it? It's crazy. It really is crazy. Now, David, we're going to go ahead and get into your story. You were very young when you started working on the fan club for Kiss. It was 1982, and the following year for Kiss was a very pivotal one. They appeared for the first time without makeup on MTV, and Kiss is an iconic mega band. You started the newsletter for them called The Kiss Revolution, which got the attention of Keith LaRue, a longtime associate of the band. He reached out to you to form a new fan club. Now, how old were you when this all started, and how did Keith find you?
Keith actually found me through an advertisement in the back of Circus Magazine.
Circus Magazine, oh my gosh. So
yeah,
funny.
Back in the days when you'd have to go to the newsstand to find out what your favorite band did.
Yep.
And, I mean, at the time, 1982, I was still in high school. I was, 17 years old. And when we incorporated our first business, which we called the Kiss Force, which is what the fan club was called, we had to have Keith's father do it because both of us were under the legal age to incorporate a business in the state of Massachusetts.
Oh, my gosh.
And, the idea was I was doing that newsletter. It got the attention of the band so much so that their management company, Glickman Mark, sent me a check to make sure that they got every issue because they wanted to see it.
Oh, come on.
And in true Gene Simmons style, yes, I cashed a check. I did make a copy of it, but that was that's what they did because they were a very fan-oriented band. And when Keith came to me, he was like, this could be so much bigger. The Kiss Army had went away in 1980. This is time to, put this together, take it to the next level. Kiss was on an uprise with, Lick It Up, had just went gold, which was their first gold album in 3 years. So it was a big thing for Kiss. And, we got together, we started to do it. I started knocking on a lot of doors and kicking on a few that I had to, but we started getting the interviews. And that's what I was responsible for, was the content of that, to make sure that I knew what not only Kiss was doing, but anybody who was in the band. Because to me, I always looked at it like, like when Ace Frehley left the band, we not only had a new Ace Frehley record to look forward to, but we also had a new Kiss record to look forward to.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of nice because, much like I know Journey's one of your favorite bands, as band members kind of came and gone or did side projects, how exciting was that?
Yes, it was. It really was at that time. I mean, oh my gosh. But now, did you have the ability to really connect with those guys in the band with what you were doing?
Oh, absolutely. I always say that Eric Carr was probably one of the biggest supporters of the band. He was the drummer who replaced Peter Criss in 1980.
Yep.
But even more so, Gene Simmons, he was the guy that when you went backstage, he came over right away. He asked, when's the next newsletter coming out? When's the fan club package coming out? What are people saying? Hey, we need a letters page. I want to know what people are thinking, what people are, what people want from Kiss. He was very involved in that sort of aspect. He had a lot of questions.
So, did you ever have a difficult time answering those questions for Gene? Because I can only imagine Gene is Mr. Businessman. So, did he ever push you to the point you're like, I got this?
No, actually, I thought that Gene always came across as being one of the more caring people. I guess to give you an example, like 2 weeks ago, I was out with a friend of mine, and he said to me, if you could hang out with a member of Kiss for one day, who would you hang out with? And I was like, oh, Gene Simmons, absolutely, because here's a guy who really cares. I mean, he may come across as this arrogant person to a lot of people, but deep down inside, when you have a conversation with Gene or you do something with Gene or something that's very important to him, he wants to know about it, and he'll ask you questions. And I never felt intimidated or anything. I mean, sure, as a 18-year-old kid, you're standing there thinking, God, I hope I don't crap my pants because I'm standing here with Gene Simmons, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh, I can't even imagine. It must have just been crazy for you. But now, how about Gene Simmons in the 80s to Gene Simmons in the 2000s? And how much, it's been a lot. There's been a lot that's gone on with Gene. So were you surprised with some of the allegations and things like that? I mean, because I'm sure you didn't see that then.
No, but I don't pay a whole lot of attention to that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of, when you're a fan of a band, and I think that was one of the key factors that made me really good doing fan clubs, was the fact that I was a big fan of music. Mm-hmm. Regardless of the band or the genre of music, you got into it, you liked it, and you start to realize that these guys, they're people. They
Right.
get up every morning like we do. Some days they have good days. Some days they have bad days. Some days they do things that really upset you. It's just one of those things. So when things come out about Gene, I don't pay any attention. With any celebrity or artist that I've ever worked with, sometimes down the line you will have a few of them that will call me and say, hey, I never did do that, or I never did say that. They, this magazine took it this way and they ran with this story. But it's all publicity, and that's all that really matters.
And that happens a lot, right? I mean, somebody will say something and it gets completely twisted into something else. Unless it's on video, then you can't really change that.
Well, and again, that's just everyday life. It's a he said, she said sort of thing.
Now, you were around the band, like I said, when they took off their makeup. And I remember that was such a huge, huge deal. Now, did you know they were doing this before it actually happened, or were you just as surprised as the rest of us?
No, actually, I did get a heads up from Glickman Marks that was the management company that Kiss was using at the time. They also did their advertising and things. I had basically established some relationships with some of the people at the office. And they told me that Kiss was looking to take off the makeup, to go out. They did a photo shoot. They were going to do that. Don't put anything out yet. Our big push was going to be on MTV. So they gave me the inside word without me being able to say anything to anybody.
Right, right.
But, it was different then because, with the internet, as soon as something happens, somebody wants to post about it. Back then, even if they would have, to say to somebody 3 months before it happens, by the time you can write up an article, get it all set up, send it to a printer, get it out, mail it to people, it's still not getting to them before then.
Right.
That's like a lot of times with the magazines back then, and even with music, you were listening to the music 6 months before it came out. So by the time it finally hit radio, and it was brand new music to other people, it was really old to you.
Yeah. And that was the next thing I was going to ask you. So in terms of like now, if I think you have a call, David. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's Gene.
Don't worry about the call,
Maybe
David.
Gene's calling you.
No, David, it's okay. It means people
telling you to stop
you.
talking about him.
It's not me calling you, David, but David continues. I love you, David, by the way.
So, everything's digital now. It takes a nanosecond to get a piece of information to someone. So tell us, I read something about you. You had 27 people in your house at one time getting everything together to mail it out. What was it like? Bring us to the nitty gritty of what it was like to mail out these newsletters and get them to people.
Well, at one point, I did have 27 people working out of my house, and that was just prior to the Kiss reunion tour. I had gotten back into doing the Kiss merchandising because I had left it for a little while because when I left the Kiss stuff, I went on to Vinnie Vincent and then Brittany Fox and a whole bunch of other fan clubs. But by the mid-'90s, I saw that a Kiss reunion was going to happen. So I jumped into doing merchandising again, and it really started to take off to the point where I had Kiss merchandise in every single room of my house. And I would get up, and I was still working a full-time job. I would get up, leave for work. I'd have 5 guys come in. I'd come home from work. There was 6 new different guys coming in with the first 5 leaving. And then on the weekend, we had different guys working. I mean, it became almost a 24/7 sort of thing. But
how about when you first started doing the newsletter? Was that all on you? Were you doing that all by yourself, or was it you and Keith? Like, how did that work?
The newsletters, I always did it was always myself. And this was like kind of at the start of the computer age. This will really show you how old I am. My first computer was a Radio Shack Tandy computer.
Oh my gosh, you still have it? It's worth some money. Just saying.
You know, I don't even know if Radio Shack's even still around.
It's
but,
not.
you
I
know,
know. It's so sad.
Yeah, and that's how long ago that was. And I was setting a lot of the type by hand. And then you would have to go to a light table. You'd lay it out. And what it actually did was it kind of put me on course without me realizing it to becoming a graphic designer.
Oh, okay.
Because I was learning how to kind of do it myself. And there was no internet where I could go to a YouTube video and go, hey, how do you lay out a newsletter?
You're right.
I had to just figure it out. And I eventually started getting into, I had a light table, which was basically a fluorescent light that my father brought home from work, and we turned it upside down and put it on a table. That was my light table, and I put graph paper down, and we started figuring it out.
It's amazing. Amazing. Now, did the post office love you or hate you?
Oh, the post office absolutely hated me. And they hated me so much that back in the late 80s, I actually had the home telephone number to the Postmaster General here in Baltimore.
Oh, my gosh.
Because we were running so much stuff in and out of that post office that they were like, this is ridiculous. They wanted us to get a postal meter.
Oh,
but to get a postal meter back then, it cost you more money.
I could imagine.
You had the monthly fee for that, plus they wanted to send you supplies that they charged you for. So by the time you got finished, you were like, you know what? I can stand at the post office every day for an hour, and it still is cheaper than me running this postal meter every day.
It's so funny. What is the most amount of newsletters you think you mailed in a week? Approximate.
In a week?
Yeah.
I would say over 200,000.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it was not...
200,000, and you did this yourself?
Well, I had people that helped me.
Oh, my gosh.
We had interns. We went from working in my bedroom at my parents' house to moving to their basement in their house to getting an office. Then we moved into a retail location because it seemed like it only made sense to open a retail location and sell some of the stuff to the public and still do our work.
All right, now, the merchandise from back then, way back in the day, we're talking early 80s, do you still have any of that merch?
I have select pieces that mean stuff to me.
Yeah.
I'm not I say this, and people who really know me will say that, no, that's not true. I don't like to think of myself as being a sentimental person. And if somebody comes to my house and they see something that they want, I don't have a problem with saying to them, well, here you go, take it with you. Let me find a bag to put that in or a box or something. Because if it's going to bring somebody else a whole lot of pleasure, I just assume give it to them.
Well, that's really nice. So we're all coming over, and we're going to pick through your Kiss merchandise from the 80s. That's what we're going to do. We're all going to David's house.
And my wife will have no problem holding the door for you, pointing out different things that you could take with you besides what I already told you could.
Do you have any autographs, though, that you would never give up?
A few. I have a really nice picture from Vinnie Vincent that he actually signed to me, to David with love and admiration. That means a lot to me. I have the original 2-page type letter of recommendation that he wrote for me so that other bands would let me do their fan clubs, or at least consider me to do their fan clubs. Those are pretty big deals. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, I have, I don't have the original check, but when I got married in 1983, Joan Jett did come to the wedding, and she was very generous with what she gave. I did keep a copy of that check, and I kept a copy of the little note that she wrote, to us, which was very sweet and very heartfelt.
I love her, but we'll talk about her in a few minutes because I freaking love Joan Jett. But anyway, well, we'll talk about Vinnie Vincent since you brought him up, because in 1986, he asked you to run his fan club. Now, Vinnie left Kiss. I think he left unwillingly. I don't know if he wanted to go, but that was in 1984, and he formed Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Now, we all hear lots of things about Vinnie, and over the past few years, he's scheduled shows, he's canceled them. Vinnie came to your house. I think he had dinner. What was Vinnie like when you worked alongside of him?
Oh, I loved Vinnie. I thought, and I still believe this, he is single-handedly the most talented and creative musician I have ever worked with. The guy could play incredible guitar. He could write lyrics and songs, the way that he put his words together, the way that he phrased things. And, I mean, talk about making an instrument sing. I mean, the guy was just so musical. And, I mean, I really loved the guy. He had a great personality. He was very caring. But I will say this, was he crazy? Absolutely.
So he was crazy back then, too.
Yes. And that's why, like, when, the Vinnie Vincent Invasion split up, before they split up, I had went to Vinnie and I said, Vinnie, look, I have some marketing ideas that we could use for your band. We could take this mailing list that we've got with fans, instead of just sending them sample records that we did back in the 80s. I mean, like people who got the first Vinnie Vincent pink vinyl 45, that was through mailing list that I gave to Chrysalis. Wow. Then we sent them out for the second record. But I told him, why don't we take this and try to incentivize, fans to get them to actually do things for the band, write to the magazines, call MTV, do things to push the band to the next level. And he'd always say to me, David, I wish we had the money. And it was like, dude, you do have the money. Instead of going out and having dinner and saying, charge it to the record company, why not use that money to put it into this, to push the band to the next level? And what was really nice about that was after, Vinnie Vincent's band split up, I had a meeting with Chrysalis. We discussed it. I turned over a lot of things to them for Slaughter, explained to them what was going on. Then I met with a manager in Philadelphia who was managing Brittany Fox. And that guy was so on board, and he was so tuned into it. And that's what he said to me. He's like, God, David, he goes, this is everything that my band has ever wanted. And he had ideas. And we were able to take a band, Brittany Fox, that came out of the ashes of like Cinderella, because two of those guys were originally in Cinderella. And, were put aside when Cinderella got signed, formed the Brittany Fox, and we had major success with that.
And also Mark Slaughter, who was the lead singer in The Invasion, and my friend Robert Fleischman, there was that whole thing where Robert was the lead singer and then Mark came in. Now, were you involved in, did you know what was going on at that time with that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, my gosh.
Well, Robert, from what everybody in the band and management, record company, what they were saying was Robert really didn't want to tour. Whether that was true or not, I don't know, because up until that point, I had not spoken to Robert.
Okay.
But they did want to hire somebody, and they knew that they were going to have to replace Robert. And they talked to a couple different vocalists. Vinnie wanted some guy that he was from overseas, which by the time you work out all the work visas, and all that sort of stuff. The English was not even the guy's first language, which that was a problem too. Then he had this guy from Las Vegas that Dana brought in. Dana Strum he knew of Mark Slaughter through some stuff. Ironically enough, through my KISS connections, I knew Mark Slaughter's best friend who had introduced me to Mark prior to this. And when Mark came into the mix, I remember Vinny's manager calling me up saying, David, he said, you got to see this guy, Mark Slaughter. He looks like a cross between the Karate Kid and Eddie Van Halen. And if you look at early pictures of Mark Slaughter, that's a great description.
That's funny.
Because it's exactly what he looked like. He could really, really sing. I mean, he was the perfect choice. He was a great-looking guy. He was young. He had the energy, and he could sing.
Right.
Well,
Still weird, though. Still weird, though, with the whole Robert thing. I mean, Robert was singing,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love Robert. I've seen Robert recently at a whole bunch of KISS expos and stuff.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that my wife in particular has taken a real shining for Robert.
I think we all have. We all love Robert.
He was, because I had worked with Bobby Rock on his book, The Boy Is Gonna Rock, that first autobiography, which was about the early Vinnie Vincent years.
Mm-hmm.
We were helping Bob out, and Robert was set right up next to us on our left. Lita Ford was on our right.
Oh, my gosh.
And my wife got into this conversation with Robert, and next thing you know, she's coming over and she's showing me this T-shirt with Robert's artwork on it. She goes, look what Robert gave me. And I was like, really? I've known that guy for 30-some-odd years. He's never given me nothing.
I have nothing either. I'm just telling you. I don't have anything either. And I'm waiting.
You need to hang out with Kim, who will take you around, and she has this way of people just love her.
That is funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe when you and Al go out, it could be the same sort of thing. I know when Kim and I go out, people forget about me, and next thing you know, they're buying her drinks, they're giving her stuff.
Oh, that doesn't happen to me. I will tell you that. Nobody buys me anything, but everybody talks to Al. There's no question.
That's because I'm a nice guy, and I love everybody.
And Robert loves Al. And all of the musicians love Al. I'm like nothing.
Right.
It's like, Kiki who?
Yeah, but
who are you?
But me and Kim should get together and hang out.
Good. Okay, you guys can go out.
Exactly.
Right.
That's fine.
Right.
And Kiki, you know what this tells us? Is that people do not realize that they're just dumb.
You know what, David? I like you. That's good. It's true. All right, Robert, if you're watching this, where are my CDs? I'm just saying. But anyway, so now, Vinnie Vincent, have you talked to him at all, within the last few years? Did you talk to him? Were you at that KISS convention when Robert and him, oh my gosh, amazingly sang together? That was crazy. Robert was crying. I mean, it was so emotional.
No, the last time I saw Vinnie was on that very last tour that they did for the All Systems Go.
Oh, okay.
And everybody just basically parted ways.
Yeah.
And I had maintained a sort of relationship with Mark Slaughter, with Dana Strum, and certainly with Bobby Rock. But with Vinnie, it was like we just needed to get away from it. And then I got busy with other bands.
You sure did.
Once I got involved with Britney Fox, that took off, and we got a gold record out of that. And, from there, I was able to get into bands like White Lion, and it wasn't just doing the fan club stuff, but it was bringing in this whole marketing plan of, getting fans to do things to make magazines want to cover the band, to play the video on MTV. I'm going to give you a good example. I was hanging out at a White Lion show with Mike Tramp. He's the lead singer. we were having a good time. We were standing there. We were talking to the ladies, having a good time. We were young guys.
Talking to the ladies, David.
Yeah, now I'm old. Believe me, ladies don't want to talk to me. But anyway, Mike and I were having a good time. His manager came over and said, David, we have a new video, Radar Love. We need this to go to #1 on MTV. And I said, sure. You know what? I'll get to that next week. I said, but right now, Mike and I, we're kind of hanging out. We're doing our thing.
Yeah, just step aside.
His manager said, David, you're not taking this serious. And I said, I am taking this serious. I said, but right now, Mike and I are having a good time. And then he finally said to me, you know what? He said, I'll give you $500 if you can make the video for Radar Love go to #1.
$500, that's it?
Well, then I looked at him and I said, you know what? And I didn't have a penny to my name. But I said, I will bet you $1,000 I can make that video #1 first day it's released.
And
Mike Tramp looked at his manager and said, shake his hand. And we shook our hand. Mike then looked at his manager and said, you know you're going to give David $1,000, don't you? 2 weeks later, the video came out. I got a call from MTV. I knew some people there. They said, hey, David, video, Radar Love, it's going to debut today at #1. Great. I called their management company. I said, hey, guys, look, you owe me $1,000. The video's going to be #1 today. I'd like it in cash.
So I don't have to claim it.
And they were like, how do you know? We haven't got the call. And I was like, well, I know people too. So it happens. And it was great because one of the guys who managed, it was two different guys that managed White Lion. They did own L'Amour's Brooklyn, New York. They owned that nightclub. And one of the managers split off and eventually went over to Arista Records. So he brought me on board with a lot of different Arista artists, which was really nice.
Wow. But we got to talk about 1988 because that's when you got connected with the lady, the queen of rock and roll, Joan Jett. So tell us how you got connected with her. She's amazing. I love her.
And I tell you, I have already said that Vinnie Vincent was probably the most talented artist I've ever worked with, but the greatest artist, hands down, nicest, perhaps godlike, or I should say goddess-like, is Joan Jett.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a lady with a heart, somebody who knows what she wants. She's got a passion for what she does. I mean, I got hooked up with her, and it was really, I'm going to say by a mistake, because what
that was a great mistake. That was a great mistake.
Oh, it was probably the greatest mistake of my life. The guy who got me started in the music business was a guy by the name of George Stewart. George Stewart was an artist representative for KISS from 1979 till 1983. And then he went on to manage Vinnie Vincent, Ace Frehley after they had left KISS. Well, George had told me sometime around 1986, 87 that he was looking to go back on the road and do some stuff, and that he was in negotiations with the people at Blackheart Records, Joan Jett's company. And I thought, well, if George is going to work there, I would like to work there because I love George. And, I mean, George has worked with some of the greatest artists in the world. I mean, he worked, his first job was with Sid Bernstein, who was the guy who brought the Beatles to America.
Yes.
And, you know, then he worked with Jerry Weintraub, who did a whole bunch of promotional stuff with Elvis and Sinatra, Frank, you know, Led Zeppelin, Frank Sinatra, the Four Seasons, all that sort of stuff. But I sent my stuff over to Blackheart, knowing that George was in negotiations with them to go on the road. they ended up hiring me to do Joan's fan club, and they passed on George, which was kind of funny.
Wow. That was an honor for you, though.
It was. And, you know, I sat down with Kenny Laguna, Joan's manager, who was just an incredible guy, great songwriter, great producer. I mean, this guy has been around since the 1950s doing bubblegum stuff. I mean, he's an incredible guy. And when I sat down with Kenny, I explained to him what we were doing with the marketing aspect. And he was telling me how they had a single out, and it started to make some waves, but Sony didn't believe in the song. And it was the song I Hate Myself for Loving You.
Oh, my gosh. They didn't believe in that. Can you believe it?
We started doing some of that grassroots marketing and getting people on the telephone, calling Doll MTV, doing all that stuff. And it became a top 10 hit for her.
Jeez, that's crazy. But see, old school works. I'm sorry. It works. It still works today.
Oh, and I still believe that. I always say that even like if you order something online and they ship something to your house, if they send you a catalog afterwards, it kind of makes the company tangible. It makes it very real for you.
Yeah.
It's just not the same searching everything on the online.
Right.
And this is something that Al will appreciate. If they don't send you a catalog, what are you going to read when you go to the bathroom?
What the hell does that mean? What the,
He doesn't stay in there long enough. I'm just saying. He doesn't. I do.
In the bathroom, David, in the bathroom, I read short stories. Continue.
Wait, like the Sears catalog in the bathroom? Stop it. That was like a 5-day ordeal. Like the Christmas catalog. Can you even imagine? Now? Oh, no. I would get in trouble for that one.
I've made many a wish list in the bathroom.
Oh, that's awesome, David. I really want to meet you. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so you're working with Joan now. Did you go on tour with her as well?
I would go out and I would see different shows. But Joan was working, and she was touring with some of the greatest artists ever. And I used to always say to them, I don't think I want to go out, because if you're touring with Robert Plant, I want to hang out with Robert Plant. If you're touring with Aerosmith, I want to be in the dressing room with those guys.
Yeah.
But, I could still do what I needed to do, and we were always in contact. They would call me. They would let me know what was going on. We would do interviews, from the road, make sure that we had everything in place that we needed. As she was recording, we'd start to formulate the marketing plan of what we were going to do to attack the next record, to get it out there, to get the videos known. I mean, it was always a lot of fun with Joan. I think one of my favorite memories was she played at the Now Rally. I think it was 1993 in Washington, D.C. on the Mall.
Yeah.
And they estimate that they had more than 250,000 people there.
Oh, my gosh.
And I stood on this little ledge in front of the stage, and I took some pictures, and Joan was up there, and she was performing for all these, people. It was the National Organization of Women. And afterwards, we were sitting backstage, and there was a couple people there, and nobody knew who Joan was. She had just had a new record out called Pure and Simple with a song called Go Home. It's a video for it where it basically showed women protecting themselves, what to do if somebody were to attack them. And you see Joan on the subway basically kicking some guy's ass. And it's a really funny video.
I could see that,
It's a very serious video.
Right.
It's a great song, and as we're watching this video, they're showing it on this big screen in this tent. Some lady looked over and realized it was Joan in the video, and the lady stood up. She hollered, "You go, girl!" Gave her the high five, and I thought I was going to pee myself. I was laughing so hard.
Now, you worked with Joan for a long time, too, and you did her merchandising as well?
Yes, it started off with the fan club stuff, and by the time we got into like the early to mid 90s, started taking over the merchandising stuff. By then, merchandising companies got kind of funny where some of them wanted to sign artists for big advances, or they didn't want to sign them, or they just gave really stupid kind of deals. And I was able to work out deals with local screen printers in my area, and I started designing the shirts, and we started printing the shirts, and I'd ship them out for the tour. She used to do a lot of shows overseas that she never really advertised or talked about. She was one of the first artists who actually went overseas and used to perform for the military.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And I mean, it's like, I have pictures of Joan sitting in a tank with the Army guys with a helmet on and all that stuff in the middle of Afghanistan.
Oh, man. Can I just ask you a question? So I've had the honor to meet Joan a couple of times, and to me, very short time I got to meet her, but just watching her at her shows, to me, it seems like she has the most incredible work ethic. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of that, I mean, is her. She is so into her music and what she does and what she believes in. And her manager, Kenny, they've been partners since 1979.
Yeah.
And, now Kenny is married to his wife, Merle. Merle is the person who, back in the 80s, used to be she was the person who would say, hey, Joan, here's what you need to wear. Here's where the fashion trends are. And Merle used to do a lot of that, but even more so, Merle was the person who was very significant in getting Kenny to actually be interested in Joan. Because when Merle first heard that Joan had left the Runaways, she actually said to Kenny one day, this is somebody you need to look at. This is somebody who is going to make history.
That's crazy that she saw that, though,
Well, and it just goes to prove that, and I tell my wife this all the time, women are better people than men.
Yeah, it's kind of true. It's kind of true.
You see things that we don't see. Sometimes you see the obvious before we do.
Well, and vice versa, though, because, I have to say, and I'm sure your wife will say the same about you, sometimes Al will point something out to me, and I have to agree that he's right. Sometimes, not a lot. I mean, it's mostly me. But, that's why when you have a good partnership, no matter who you're with, it just works out that both of you can see things that the other one doesn't.
Oh, yeah, my wife sees if I do a really lousy job mopping the floor, she will point that out.
Oh, my God. So what happened with you and Joan's work relationship? When did that dissolve? What happened there?
Actually, it never has.
Oh, okay.
We don't, when they need me, they call me. When they come to town, I call them. I don't want to say that it ever really ended. We just got to the point where about the time that the internet really started to take off, I want to say like early 2000s, you started to realize that fan clubs really weren't the wave of the future, at least not in the traditional sense that they were.
Yeah.
Back in, I think it was 1998, I had actually started joanjett.com, and I got that for them, and we set it up. We started to put news up on it all the time. People would go to it. It's a very crude website. But sometime around 2006, Kenny's daughter, Carrie Ann, she came in. Joan is her godmother.
Oh.
She came in, and she came from her college-educated background. She was young. She was full of energy. She knew all the new stuff. and it was a really good transition to move her into putting things in her control as far as Blackheart goes.
Yeah.
And so we turned over the website to them. We, kind of moved all the information that we had on joanjett.com over to joanjettbadrep.com. And we at least kept all that history that was there. So if you look at joanjettbadrep.com, there's about 20, 25 years of Joan Jett history that you can go down and keep looking at. But it is a very old school website. It's very old school looking, I should say.
But it's cool, though. I love it.
Yeah, and I don't really want to change it because it represents, the past, but it's also the history of what Joan has done, and it's a great little look back into her career. So you can go back to, December of 2002, and you can see all the different articles and things that were done on Joan at that time. It's a very cool little thing, and so I continue to update that. I keep that for them when they need things. Like I said, they'll call me. We do stuff. I have a lot of respect for Joan. Every time I see her, it's like seeing my big sister almost.
Aww.
And and saying that it's like seeing my big sister, I had recently recounted online one of my favorite memories from getting married back in 1993. I had a sister who was severely handicapped. She had, at the time we used to say severely retarded. She had severe brain damage. She had cerebral palsy. She didn't really talk. She would communicate with people, but she loved music. And at my wedding, I'll never forget, Joan had come in. The DJ started to play I Hate Myself for Loving You. My sister loved that song. Talk about somebody who, her and I got the music bug in the family. She could pick a hit, which was really nice for me when I was younger, because if she heard something and she liked it, I know it was going to be a hit.
See how that works? Teamwork.
But my sister, not knowing who Joan was, because she didn't know who people were, she didn't care who people were.
Yeah.
She saw you for who you were. And she walked right up to Joan Jett, interrupted her talking to me, grabbed Joan's hands, and made her clap and dance to her own song.
Oh.
And when they got finished, my sister gave Joan a really big hug. And that was one of the things that, here is somebody who could not communicate with people verbally, but she knew good people when she saw good people.
Yeah.
And she liked Joan so much that she hugged her, because my sister was the type of person that if she came around you, she knew if she could sense if you were scared because she was different.
Right.
But that didn't bother her. But she knew if you just didn't like her, or you didn't want anything to do with her. But with Joan Jett, man, she just threw her arms around her and gave her that real big bear hug, and I thought, oh my God, my sister's going to hurt Joan.
But you know what, though, like Mark just said, the power of music, and it's so true, because that's what we talk about here constantly. Every single week that we're on, whenever we're on, it's all about music bringing everyone together, and just the fact that you've had the honor, really, to work with Joan Jett, which is pretty amazing. And, just somebody like me who just looks, from afar, from the stage, and looks at the type of person she is, you can tell she's a good person. You can tell she has a great work ethic, and you can tell she just, listen, this is about the music. She's all about the music. And the people, too, her fans, too. She loves her fans, you can tell.
Yeah, and I tell you, I'm still the same way. I love it when we go to shows, watching the performers, especially younger artists that are really hungry, because it takes me back to my younger days.
Yeah.
And it's like, as great as it is to go see Guns N' Roses now, Well, I saw Guns N' Roses in 1988.
Yeah, a little
It's a
different
big
now,
difference
right?
from 1988 to... So, back then they were dangerous.
Right.
It was fun. You didn't know if they were going to destroy the place, incite a riot, or what was going to go on. But it was Guns N' Roses was here, and you were there.
But who didn't destroy the place, though, David, was Nelson, the Nelson brothers in 1990. Now, when you worked with them, was this before or after they released After the Rain?
I got involved right after the Rain came out. I was hired to take over the fan club that they had started. They had hired some friends of the family, and it became so overwhelming for them that they didn't know how to handle it.
Wow.
And it got to the point where things were so backed up. The band was right in the middle of the tour. They had a hit album that was going on. So I got a call from Larry Mazer, who was Nelson's original manager. I went up to New Jersey to meet with him. And at the time, Larry Mazer, if you don't know, he was the guy who was responsible for Cinderella's success.
I love Cinderella.
He also managed Kiss in the early 90s. I mean, Larry's had some really heavyweight artists under his belt. I met with him. We talked about it. We negotiated the deal. And I came home, and they shipped me a truck, and I literally mean a truck full of fan mail.
Oh, my gosh.
It took me weeks to go through this, and this was unopened fan mail.
Oh, my gosh.
And spent a lot of time, did all of that stuff, went through it all, and the initial agreement was, I'll fix your mess. I will help you with the marketing for your next couple videos. We'll put out some newsletters, but after that, moving forward, I will do the fan club, and that's going to be mine. And we agreed to it. Everything was good. Well, I took some time. I straightened it all out, and a couple months down the line, after we were finally good, I went back to management, and I said, hey, guys, look, I got everything straightened out. We're now ready to move forward. Here's what I need to set up a new fan club and to get this thing in motion moving forward. And that's when they said, you know what? The guys just hired new business management, and this isn't going to happen. They decided that they need to cut their losses.
Oh, my God. Oh, that was like a knife in the heart. I can feel it from here.
Yeah, and it was like, wow. And I was, very hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I was used to bands getting together, success happening, bands breaking up. I mean, those things happen. But here I worked for a couple months, did all this stuff, and now I was finally ready to move forward to actually make some money, and I'm told, thank you, but no thanks.
Now, had you gotten paid for doing that?
Funny that you asked, because I did not. And
David, are you kidding me? Like, you didn't have a contract or anything?
No, I had a verbal agreement with, I'm going to be honest with you, it's like in the music business,
oh my God.
You manage somebody, do you really need a contract? Because if they're going to fire you, they're going to fire you. It just happened.
Oh my gosh.
And
I can't.
I was very upset about it, and, I really believed in what I was doing, and for the first time and only time in my life, I sued a band.
Oh, you did?
I took them to court, and I went in, I sued them. I also named their manager in the lawsuit only because their manager I knew was not responsible for it. And I didn't want to name him in it, but my attorney said, you name the manager because he will verify your story. And sure enough, came to court. The Nelson twins did not show up. They had hired attorneys. And I went in, and I explained to the judge what had happened. their former manager got up. He explained everything that I pretty much did. I also had taken in a couple boxes of the fan mail that they had sent me because I had kept all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we did let the judge know that we had a truck sitting outside if he wanted to see the rest of it.
Oh, my gosh.
We got to the end of the decision, and the judge said to me, he said, you know, David, he said, I can only give you what you asked for. He said, but you really sold yourself short. You should have asked for more money.
I'm shaking my head, just so you know. I'm shaking my head.
Yeah, and I won the lawsuit, which was great. But then just because you win a lawsuit doesn't mean that you ever get paid.
Don't even say it.
Oh, yeah. So that went on for a couple years. Before they were getting ready to release their next record, I had an injunction filed in Maryland that said they could not release a record here through a major record company until I was paid. Then I hired a lawyer in New York City who filed an injunction in New York State that restricted them to release the record in New York.
Oh, yeah, that'll hurt.
Then I have filed one in California.
Oh, my God. Yeah, just go for the big guns. Why not? I mean, but that had to cost you a ton of money.
Well, the California lawyer called me, and he said, hey, David, look, they really want you to go away. And I said, sure.
Sure they do.
So he told me, they're willing to offer you $1,000 to walk away.
You're kidding me right now, David.
No, I'm dead serious.
$1,000.
Well, now, here's the funny thing was I told the attorney. I didn't even have to think about it. I just said, tell them yes, but I have a couple conditions. On the next release, on the inner sleeve or inner booklet, whatever it is, on the CD, which at the time was the format, in 12-point type on the back cover, it must say in all capital letters and bold print, very special thank you to David Snowden. And the attorney said to me, you are absolutely crazy to do that. Why would you give up that to have your name on a record? And I said, well, that I don't care about. I've been thanked on hundreds of records. That's fine. That's my term. He called me back within an hour, and he said, David, I got all your money plus the interest. How did you know?
All right, wait a minute. So they said, listen, we're going to pay you what you sued us for because we don't, interest. Plus interest because we don't want your name on our records.
Absolutely. I mean, think about any artist that's out there.
Well, interesting.
And I'm not going to blame any of the artists because sometimes you don't know what management's telling them versus the artist because sometimes, you know, in the case of the Nelson twins, we had some direct contact, but not a lot. It wasn't like I went on tour with them. It wasn't like we hung out. It wasn't like we were sitting there talking to the ladies. That didn't happen with the Nelson twins.
Yeah.
A lot of it went through management. So you don't know what management might be telling them versus the record company versus business managers, which are totally different than the personal managers versus the road manager versus the band guys, all of that sort of stuff. You don't know what is translating back down to them.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they probably didn't even know about half of it, 3/4 of it.
Well, they knew enough that, you know, they didn't want to talk to me, but they also didn't want to thank me on a record when they were going to have to pay me money.
Right.
But I did eventually get that money, and, you know, I always tell everybody I live in the house that Nelson built, so thank you very much.
It's better than $1,000, I will say that.
Yeah, but it wasn't like hundreds of thousands of dollars or anything like that. I mean, I'm not going to exaggerate what it was. It wasn't a great deal of money, but it was more of the principle that when I've always believed, and I was raised on, you work hard and you do what you have to get ahead, but don't cheat people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what was happening there. Whether they realized it or not, that's what happened.
Well, all right. Now, going back to Kiss, though, because you did go back and you did do merchandising with Kiss, but you also worked with Peter Criss's ex-wife, Lydia, for her book, Sealed with a Kiss. Now, you went through a lot of her personal photographs and items of her time with the band. What was the most memorable thing you found when you were going through all of that with her?
Well, the naked pictures of Lydia.
Okay, then. Well, hi. All right.
Yeah, hello. That's what I said. Now, Lydia had, I say that, but that is very true. That's not just kidding. But, 70s were definitely a very different time, very free spirit. But Lydia had, it was 8 big boxes that were brought to my house, originally by the original publisher who was going to put out her book.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought this stuff over, and the idea was I was going to scan everything in the book. I was going to clean up the pictures, and then I was going to do all the layout and design, and we were going to move this book forward.
Mm-hmm.
And no sooner did he drop it off, I got to work on it for about a month or 2. He filed bankruptcy.
Wow.
Well, the book wasn't going to happen then. Well, I had to track Lydia down. I eventually tracked her down, and I said, hey, all your stuff's at my house. And we talked. I ended up making a trip to New York, took all the stuff back, and at the time she wasn't really sure what to do. And because she was counting on this publisher to basically produce a book for her.
Yeah.
And it's not even so much the layout and design, but it's the where do we get it printed, what kind of paper, is it going to be a hardcover or a soft cover, how are we going to do all this? It was all the nitty-gritty. And I sat in her living room. Actually, I was sitting on her coffee table that Gene Simmons gave her. It looked like a big tree kind of that was cut. Interesting coffee table.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. That's what I said to her. I was like, this is a cool coffee table. Where'd you get this from? She goes, Gene Simmons. I was like, okay. But we talked about it, and I said to her, oh, Lydia, we can do this. I work in graphic design, so I know how this works. And this is what we'll do. And her and we talked about it. I took a whole bunch of pictures of a bunch more stuff that she had. A couple weeks later, she came to my house. She came down from New York to Baltimore. She brought blueprints of the 1977 Kiss stage show that they took over to Japan,
Wow.
which was incredible.
Yeah.
The original blueprints.
Oh, my gosh.
She had all kind of cool stuff, different jewelry that Peter wore in a lot of famous photographs.
Oh,
she
my
had pieces
gosh.
of his costumes. She had her original wedding ring, and just so many behind the scenes back, without makeup pictures. She just had some really, really cool stuff. A lot of articles.
What struck you, though? What sticks out in your mind most from what you got to see?
It's hard to say. It was so much, and being such a big fan, but at the same time, my brain kind of switches. It goes from fan mode to a business or a production mode, depending on what it is that I'm doing.
Yeah.
If you kind of understand what I mean.
No, I do. I do.
Yeah, it's like, even I'm going to use the Nelson twins as an example. Regardless of what happened, I don't have any hard feelings. What happened, happened. That's just life. And, when I'm looking at stuff business-wise, I try to separate one from the other. So when Lydia said to me, hey, look, we're going to do this, and I need you to help me do this, my brain kind of switched. So as cool as it was to see all of that stuff, I mean, she had her original People's Choice Award that she accepted on television for Beth.
Wow.
That was pretty cool. She had the original gold record for Beth sitting up on her fireplace mantle.
That's cool.
I actually brought it home because it was falling apart, and I fixed it for her, and then took it back. She had, a whole bunch of just so many cool things. She had and I still say it's the coolest thing, and I told her, I said, Lydia, please, if there's anything you ever want to leave to me when you're gone, she had a Beatles White Album that was autographed by Paul McCartney.
Oh, my gosh. And apparently you're a big Beatles fan.
Huge. But I love the Beatles. And Lydia did work for Bob Gruen, who did a lot of those famous pictures of John Lennon, like him in the New York City T-shirt, that white T-shirt in front of the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
Lydia did work for him for many years.
Gosh.
And, so I spent about 2 years with Lydia as we went back and forth, and we got her book together. And it was a really great experience. I love the lady to death. I mean, she drove me crazy. I probably drove her crazy, but that's okay. We still see each other. Recently, went up to New York, and we had dinner with her and her husband, Richie, and I said husband, boyfriend. Don't want to mistake that. But, we had a dinner together. We had a great time.
Do you think Peter and Ace will get a chance to be on this End of the Road tour, or do you think not?
If I were Gene and Paul, if I managed a band, I would not let them.
Really?
I love Ace. I love Peter, but, one of the things that has kept the Kiss machine rolling is that when somebody fell down, they picked up somebody who was stronger. And that is what any good business has always done over the years. Somebody retires and, you work at a company for so many years, you see this guy there and you think, oh my God, they can never replace him. Guy drops dead. Well, somebody's in his seat the next day. Yeah, they pick up and you move right on. Kiss has done the same thing. They've always found people that were a lot better. When Peter was fired from Kiss, they got Eric Carr. Better drummer, powerhouse drummer. It's incredible. Ace left. They picked up Vinnie Vincent. He came in. He wrote an album and a half's worth of material for them.
Yeah.
Made them a stronger band. Vinnie, got fired. Bruce Kulick came in, took them to the next level, got them through the 80s. Incredible guitar player, perfect guy for the band. Kiss reunion, it worked out pretty good. It was great to see him, but there was triggers on the drums. It wasn't quite the same. The magic was there, but then now you bring in Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer, huge, both of them, huge Kiss fans, but better players than what Ace or Peter were. And I'm not knocking Ace and Peter because Ace and Peter created the magic that was Kiss with Gene and Paul.
Right.
But just to go out there, sustain, and to do a tour like what they're doing right now, I wouldn't have them back. I'd have Tommy and Eric, because why short-cheat people?
No, I agree. But, even because I always talk about this with Journey and Steve Perry, even though I really know, I've come to terms with myself that Steve Perry's not going back to Journey. Okay, I get it. But like Ace and Peter, even Vinnie, I know Vinnie's not going to happen, but you would think that you read that fans want to even just see a little slice of them on the stage. And I get they're not going to do a full tour with Kiss. It's not going to happen. But, you always think about, hey, will they bring them like here or there, a couple of shows, pop them out for a few minutes and let fans go bananas and,
Well, I think that it was different in 1985 when they did Kiss Unplugged.
Yeah.
because it was Kiss without the makeup.
Right, right.
Now we're talking about Kiss with the makeup, and I love Ace. Ace was always my favorite member of Kiss. How if I were Ace, to be able to, want to walk back up on the stage, is he going to put on that spaceman makeup? And you have Tommy Sayer there doing the spaceman makeup. Who's doing the lead guitar? Who's not? Is he singing? Is he just there to... No.
Yeah, you're right. We don't want to confuse everyone.
Yeah,
And
it just doesn't work for me.
And you talk about moving on and getting bigger and better things. Well, David Lee Roth is now out of, opening for Kiss. What did you think about that when you heard they were replacing him with an artist?
It did. I guess what surprised me was Gene's comments about David Lee Roth being past his heyday.
Yeah.
And, that's a little tough because that's like saying, go see Kiss now and then go back and watch a video of Kiss from 1975.
Right.
1975, they killed.
Right.
They were a badass band. They were the band to be afraid of. Now, 50 years later, it's kind of hard to compete with that. And I get what Gene's saying, but I got to be totally honest. Why not just come out and tell people, look, the artist was cheaper than Dave?
Oh my God, it's all about the money, honey, right? I mean, it does. It does come down to that a lot of times, right? Well, and Dave was, let's face it, Dave was getting a lot of slack, and the performances I had seen of Dave, I'm like, wow, this is yeah.
And
yeah, Vince Neil, like Vince Neil. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw Van Halen back in the heyday with Dave.
Right.
And even then, and we're talking about what, 40 years ago?
Yeah.
Looking back at that, David Lee Roth was not the best singer. He was a heck of a showman.
Right.
But not a great singer.
Yeah.
Hell. But that's also showbiz. It's about entertaining people. It's about making them happy.
But, an artist, that kind of confused me. I'm sorry. Let's watch this guy paint before Kiss comes on. I just, I'm sure it's going to be well done and all of that. I don't know. But now, do you really think this is the end of the road for Kiss, or there's more?
God, and I'm going to get crucified for this, but I hope so. I hope it is the end.
Yeah.
Because at some point, you have to realize when it is time to leave that party. They're a legendary band. They're going to carry on forever. I love the Rolling Stones, but there's another band. Do you need to go back out on tour again? It seems all great. You're there. You're in the moment, but it's just not the same anymore. Because seeing Kiss now and then going back, and especially like you've seen them in the 80s, and I'm sure they will defend this by saying, well, in the 80s, we weren't wearing 8-inch platform heels. We were wearing tennis shoes, and we could jump around and we could dance around. Well, sure, but you were doing that in the 70s, too. But you're not doing it in 2021 because you're almost 70 years old.
Isn't that crazy to even say those words? Like, say that number. It's just crazy.
Yeah, what makes it even crazier is that when you start to think about it and you go, damn, he might be my dad.
or we could put the grand in front of that. But so David, now you've worked with an enormous amount of bands. Looking at the time you started working with these bands through to today, what is the one thing you can sit back and feel satisfied and say, listen, that was my dream. I did that. I'm good.
God, I'd probably say just about all of it. Mm-hmm. And I only say that because it's like any other job. You get up, you do it every day, but you don't think about it. And after Al called me the other day and I talked to him about, talking to you on the show, I started to think about it, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize that I had forgotten so many things that I had done. So you start to realize that, wow, it's been really nice, but I don't, at the same time, it's like I get up in the morning and I walk into my office, and it's a hallway coming down, and the hallway is lined with just gold and platinum records and things, and then I come in and sit in my office, and it's the same thing, but I don't look at it and go, you know what, I'm kind of a big shot. Because if I ever get to that point, all I have to do is walk downstairs and say something to my wife, and she reminds me that I'm really not.
Slap you upside the head and say, listen, you're David.
Exactly. Even when we got together, she didn't understand what a lot of it was.
Yeah. And
I remember, like, the first time that I introduced her to Mark Slaughter, she said to me, Mark was like my teenage idol, because there's about 9 years in difference in age between my wife and myself, and she's 9 years younger, of course. So Mark was her teen heartthrob. And I told Mark that, and Mark, he kind of blushed, and he was just like, God, that's so sweet. And then we went out and saw him on one of their shows. He let us stand on the side of the stage. It started to rain. It was an outdoor show. So Mark and Dana grabbed Kim, and they escorted her into the van. Of course, they left me standing in the rain. They didn't care about me.
Yeah, that would be me. They would escort Al into the van, and I would be left on the side of the stage in the rain. That's exactly what would happen. I understand.
You and I are standing there wet.
Yeah.
And then I go to get in the van, and I was like, what the hell, guys? And Kim says to me, David, she goes, God, she goes, I feel like I'm family. Mark Slaughter turned around, looked at her, and said, he is family.
Oh, that's so cute. Well, David, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, and that night I just thought, oh my God, I'm going to get so lucky tonight, but it didn't happen.
Well, thanks for wrapping it up with that. We appreciate David, you know
what?
We
always have to end on the high note that didn't happen.
Well, David, we thank you so, so much for hanging out with us and really giving us some pretty cool behind-the-scenes stories, talking, a lot of Kiss stuff and Joan Jett and Mark Slaughter and Nelson. I really appreciate you taking the time to just, give us a different perspective. And we really, really appreciate it. Say hi to Baltimore for us. And we appreciate you, everything you've done. And thank you so much.
Oh, if you ever need anything, you...
Thank you, David. Have an awesome night. You too. I gotta leave one ear in because Kiss is on right now. You know what song's on? Lick It Up, Girl. Hope you guys like that. Thank you, Mark. God, who doesn't love talking about Kiss all night? Like, that was pretty good. Thank you. Here we go. I don't know. I would go see a Kiss show. I just, it's really expensive. That's the thing. Really expensive. But I would go. Last time I saw Kiss was, it was the Lick It Up tour. My God. Yeah. And I did meet Gene and Paul. I have a picture of me and Gene somewhere. I don't know. Al put it up on the, I don't know. He's put it up 1,000 times, but that was a highlight for me. And they were so cute. They were just so adorable. And I had a little tank top on. And Gene was looking at me like, are you underage? I'm like, I have a boyfriend. But he didn't say that. I just pretended. I said it in my head. Oh, you know what? Let me get my phone. Hold on. I like pretending things. But a lot, if I say it's real, it really happened. It did. Oh my gosh. Why do I have? Oh, it is hot in here. Sorry, guys. Lick it up. Can you hear that? You shouldn't be able to hear that because that's bad. I'm going to sit on it. I just sat on it. Oh, now all my things are coming through. All my messages from Al are coming through. That's funny. All right. So, woo! It's so funny. Yes, very, very humble and down to earth, right? I mean, the guy's he's worked with like everybody we grew up with and loved in the 80s. That's insane. Joan Jett. Oh my God. I love her. Love her. Anywho, that was fun. That was so fun. Woo! I love talking music and, you know, you guys like hearing about it, so why not? I'm going to unplug this because I don't want to, after all that, I don't want to get the thing, whatever. Whew. So, Dale, you know David as well, I'm guessing. Oh, we're going to go back on the now. I'm getting my little signal, my signal. I'm guessing you guys are all buds, which is nice. Oh, it's still on. I can't. Oh, no, here we go. Going on the air. Lick it up. Lick it up. Oh! Oh! Lick it up! Wow! Bruce Kulick. Love him.
Oh, Bruce
Kulick, and I
great.
talked to his late brother, Bob.
Right.
Yep, and I got to meet Bruce. Cool guy, real cool
really
guy.
cool guy. And I said goodbye to David, and I said to him, I says, I hope he gets lucky tonight. It was great. And he says, well,
oh my God,
he says,
really?
He says, I'll let you know tomorrow.
No, don't, David, if you're listening, please don't let us know.
No, because
I don't want to know.
Because that's what life is all about.
No.
Get lucky. Get lucky with David.
Oh, God. That's what Loverboy said.
Oh, my
Get
God.
Lucky.
Did he?
It was the name of an album.
Oh,
yes.
I don't know.
With Mike Reno had his red leather pants on. He's doing
But thanks to David Snowden and sharing those epic stories about what he's done in his career.
Yeah.
Really nice. And the story that hit me the most and very heartwarming is a story about his sister.
My gosh.
Oh my God, with Joan, I just was. That's what Joan Jett's all about. But you know, his sister just.
But you know what though? It goes beyond that. It's like it was just about person to person. Had nothing to do with Joan being Joan.
No,
just being a person.
Just being a person, like I am every night. So it's great. Thanks for listening to Kiki.fm. Kiki.fm Rock Shop is now open. It'll be open until I don't know, whatever.
24/7.
You can do it.
You know what? I wonder if like
what?
But see, like you have that. You talk to everybody. When we went to Boston over the weekend, you were, oh my gosh, talking to everybody. I mean, it's fine. Well, thank goodness they were all nice people.
No, but if they weren't nice...
And people just wanted to talk to you forever.
No, but if they were nice, I'd tell them to shut the hell up. I mean, it's fine.
But you're the one that started the conversation.
Right, but that's what you do in life. I mean, you can't just sit there and go, nice day, isn't it? No, I reached out to people on the swan boats. I took a ride on the swan boats. It was really nice.
You were having a great conversation with strangers.
No, it was great. Talked to a woman from... Plymouth, and her sister was from Tennessee. I don't know what the hell.
Was she from Tennessee?
I don't know. Whatever. They would be listening tonight, but I can't remember the names. But very nice people. We talked to people everywhere, and we had a great time.
Yeah, we did.
And we hung out with two crazy knuckleheads, but that's fine. You know?
I don't know how they put up with us. For real.
It was like 110 degrees.
All right,
hey, let's go see Boston.
Let me tell you a little story. So
we could take a rest. Oh, how's this frozen lemonade? Oh, it sucks. And the guy like jipping you money. How you pay, whatever. So whatever. It was good.
So I'm going to tell a story if I can.
Okay, go ahead.
So it was time to eat lunch.
Yes.
I mean, I have a specific lunchtime. Not really. I mean, but it was hot, and I wanted to,
God,
maybe
hot as hell.
I think it was the hottest day of the year.
And we decided to walk. Oh my God. What the hell was I thinking?
The hottest day of the year.
What the hell? I was sweating.
So it was time to eat, num num.
So no, you would eat
we went and we found a place, and Al is going, well, the North End is right there.
Right.
I said, no, it's not.
Oh my God!
I was being so.
She's yelling.
I was being so mean, and
she was yelling like in front of.
I wasn't yelling
in front of our guests and everything else. She said, "Well, that good, you know, it's attacking them." Go ahead, continue.
I didn't do that.
Okay, but you.
But I'm like, no, it's not, and I don't want to walk all the way over there, and we probably have to get a cab or an Uber.
But, you know, and how many years I live in Boston?
And I said, you're lying.
I'm lying.
So there's a restaurant right here. Let's go and eat right here because I'm hungry. And I was hangry, really.
Pain in the ass, but whatever.
So we went and we ate at the restaurant. And then after we said...
but the restaurant was good.
No, the restaurant was good.
It was an Irish restaurant, which is part of Boston, the phenomenon, the Irish and the Italians, and whatever. And they had the place got really crowded.
It was packed.
And I had 2 beers, and I was fine. It didn't bother me that you yell at me after 2 beers. It was fine.
After the restaurant, Al goes, let's just take, let's walk over here. Right. And I'm like, okay. So we walked over there.
No. This is what happened. We walk out of the restaurant, a nice Irish restaurant in Faneuil Hall, Boston.
It wasn't in Faneuil Hall.
It was at Faneuil.
It was outside of Faneuil Hall.
No, it was outside Faneuil Hall, but the restaurant was in part of Faneuil Hall. So I saw these people with a Mike's Pastry box, right? And Mike's Pastry is a very well-known Italian bakery in the north end of Boston.
Best. Like I would drive there just to
and this woman, it was very, and I talk to everybody because I can't help it, right? So I talk to her. I says, how you remember? And she says, oh, there's a festival going on over there. I says, what? She says, there's a festival going on in the north end. And I go, what? So guess what Kiki says? Let's go.
Yeah.
So we walk across the street and continue with the story. Go ahead.
So it was really close.
No, she's really close. It's like 3 minutes away.
Yeah.
It
was literally. I'm not even kidding you.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. I want to go to the north end. Okay, go ahead.
It's 3 minutes away.
3 minutes away.
And we walk, and then we turn the corner, and I'm like, oh, like the angels started singing.
Yes, unbelievable.
I started dancing.
Right.
It was an Italian festival like you've never seen.
But what did I say to you? Later, a couple days later, I have never seen you like that.
You have seen me.
But I haven't seen the expression in your face since you were in your 20s. I saw you light up like a Christmas tree. You were at home.
What about when I had my kids? I was happy then.
I don't remember that. But you were such in your glory. The Italians, the north end of Boston. It was not bad, was it?
It was the best.
Say it again. Say it again to the radio listeners.
It was the best. It was a big feast. An Italian feast.
St. Anthony.
The cannoli. I get a cannoli, and they filled it right in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God. I honestly, I'm sorry, Mark, but I wish we had all eaten lunch there because they had the sausage sandwiches on the street. Al got spumoni.
I got what? Spumoni?
Yep. They had all kinds of Italian food.
Let me tell you where
luscious.
I got the spumoni from. Philip Ars.
Hi, Patricia.
He has fine ice cream and sorbets. Him as an entire family were there. They have their office in Winchester.
Because he talks to everybody.
But Philip, nicest guy in the world, Italian guy. And I met his daughter, his wife, and there was so nice people. You can look them up on the internet at icecream-desserts.com. I'll say it again.
So good.
It's icecream-desserts.com. Phil is great. His family is great. And that's the best sorbet I've had. I have...
It wasn't sorbet, dude.
What was it?
Spumoni.
I don't want to say. Same thing.
He doesn't even know what's happening.
I've had three.
Like, see, like I said to David, it's good to have a good teammate, and I am your teammate because I need to direct you.
Right.
I need to direct you.
But thank you to Philippa's entire family for giving me my spumoni.
Spumoni.
Yeah, it was, and I ate that. I kept walking. It was like 110 degrees, and I kept eating it.
Mark said it was 110 in the shade.
It was. And I kept pulling my pants up.
I was
Then I
wet.
got reminded that we walked like 8.5 miles, and I'm like, oh my God.
I was wet. And then
I was wet too, but
I smelled so bad.
Oh, thanks for sharing that.
I literally, like, I couldn't even understand what I smelled like. I'm going,
that's great vision. Everybody knows.
what
like,
is that
Kiki's-
smell? Oh, that's me. Oh, my God. Because I was sweating so profusely.
That was profuse.
And then we were walking back to the
Philip.
cars.
Philip, I love you, Philip. We
walked down.
No.
We walked.
We're not done with the story yet.
Oh.
So we walked through the
Okay.
and the kids are there. I mean, they haven't had. Stop. I turn the microphone off because I can't.
He's so
I'm
annoying.
trying to say
He turned
something
my
here.
mic off.
Okay.
He turned it off.
But because we go through the festival, we meet all kinds of people. There's all kinds of kids. They have not had this Italian festival in Boston North End
2 years.
In 2 years,
Yeah.
right? It was epic. So then we went to the Italian festival. Then we take a walk to the Old North Church, and that was phenomenal. I mean, we sat there, and
we sweated more.
We sweated more.
We sweated more.
And people and before we went to the Faneuil Hall North End and all that stuff, we visited a cemetery. Was that cemetery crazy or what?
Well, everybody was dying to get in.
Just stop it.
There was the line.
So
no, I'm not kidding. There was the line. There were tours.
to get into the cemetery. They didn't
Yep.
charge or anything else.
Yeah.
This cemetery.
They didn't charge.
No, they didn't.
Charge
Because,
to go to the cemetery.
This cemetery originally had 14,000 people buried there, but there's another place.
That's like a lot of people in that small space.
This cemetery. Why is this light in my eye? This cemetery has more people buried there who signed the Declaration of Independence of the United States of America. John Adams is there. John Hancock is there. Paul Revere is there, right?
Yeah.
There's so
he
many.
was there. He said to say hello.
Right, and
Yeah.
you found a relative there, but we couldn't find the tombstone or
Yeah, John
whatever.
was looking like crazy.
John was. Oh my God, I love John.
And as a matter of
I want to
fact,
get Don on
so
that.
he was a judge at the Salem witch trials.
Right.
And then what I read about him there
Yes.
was that he begged everyone for forgiveness because he was sorry that he
Okay, sorry.
helped
Well,
to
whatever.
kill all these people.
Well, just
Witches.
Well, but he was
witches.
a judge, and he had to do his job, and unfortunately,
I know,
it
but
didn't work out, and he came back and he went to hell. So whatever. But we had a great time in Boston over the weekend on Saturday, the hottest day of the year.
yeah.
But we had
It was the hottest, because the next day was beautiful.
We had a great time in the Swan Boats,
Yeah.
rocking through the Boston Common, seeing the State House of Massachusetts in
Yeah.
Boston there, seeing where Joan Kennedy used to live and all the where Cheers used to be and everything else, and walking. It was nice. Boston's I don't mean to be. Boston's my hometown. I know Boston like the back of my hand, and I haven't been there in a long time. It was just great to be there with some nice people, wasn't it?
It was, it was nice to get out of the house.
No, it was very nice.
Can I just tell you?
I mean, even though
all right, first of all, first and foremost, it was fantastic to be with Mark and Dawn because we've, known these people for so long now.
Oh yeah, they're like
But
my
secondly,
second cousins.
It was nice. It was nice of for Al to allow me to leave the homestead.
Oh my God!
Like it was really nice.
Yeah.
and I appreciate it.
Right.
Because I'm getting a little weird here.
Yeah, but you know,
Like, it's just-
But the nice thing about
to
it,
get out.
But we got out of the parking garage, and then I had a sighting of Mark and Don, and then we walked.
You had a sighting.
Then we walked, and before we started our walk over to the Boston Public Gardens, I saw a radio station that I used to work at Park Square in Boston.
I hear about this all the time.
But it's fine.
Every time we drive through the city, every time.
But you know what?
I used to live there.
I love that radio
I
station.
broadcast from there.
WEZE 1260 AM.
My teacher yelled at me there. I slept on a bench there. I went to the club there.
Wait a minute. I slept on a bench where?
Well, if you had a heavy night of clubbing or something.
No, I mean, I told Mark that we're standing outside the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, which you really can see through the trees.
They wouldn't let us in.
But buddy,
You know that?
I said,
They would not
I
let us
slept
in.
on that park bench, and that park bench, and he goes, "You okay?" And
It's true.
It's true.
He
But
did.
fine, whatever.
He did.
That clubbing days, oh my God, Boston's a great city. I love Boston. It's changed a lot, though, man.
It's so different. It
It's so
feels
different.
different.
It feels different. It's weird.
There was a club you and I had gone to a few times
What
on the
club?
corner
What club?
near Faneuil Hall, and it was a big club. It was up and downstairs or something. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Wait, in
It was
Boston?
yes. It was near Faneuil Hall.
I don't. Oh, what was that club?
You had the Lincoln. You had the Lincoln one. The big, like, funeral car.
When Kiki started first dating me, I had a Lincoln Mark 6.
Yeah, it was a big car.
No, it was a pimp car, right?
It was the pimp car,
pimp car. I mean,
and it was just the two of us, really.
It was leather seats, and oh my God, it
was very plush.
I looked very pimpy with my mustache.
And he had the big phone, the big telephone, like you carried in the case.
I had this big phone.
Hello.
Right in the middle, right there in the front, and I says, Kiki, you want to touch my phone? No, that's okay. Can I call my mother? Okay. I get the phone bill next month, like $800, but that's fine. Whatever makes you happy. I mean, remember when the phone?
Say hi to Chris Marlin.
Who?
Chris Marlin's in the house.
Where's
Everybody
she from?
say, wait.
Where's she from? Oh, Wisconsin. She's still up out of bed.
I can't.
You know, she is like all excited about this Journey stuff on Saturday. She likes Journey a little bit, doesn't she?
Chris, are you going?
No,
Are you going Saturday?
No, she's not going. She's gonna stay home. She's gonna watch it on TV.
Yeah.
She's gonna watch it on TV.
I know. I wanna go to Vegas. Karen said it. She's like, oh, we should go to Vegas.
Who?
And Karen. And then, like,
Karen who?
really, you don't need to go. It should be a girl's.
What do you keep saying? You want to go see Brad Michaels?
Because here's the thing.
But you don't need to go.
Because you're not interested. You're not interested.
Listen, I have gone to all these concerts with you.
You're not interested. You go walk around and talk to people. Like, that's what you do. You walk around and you talk to people. I am there to sing and dance and have a good time. That's it. Right. It's true, Chris. What?
No.
Oh, Chris is not going. She's going vicariously through others.
You're right.
And that's fine.
But the reason why I talk to people at these concerts is to get information because
what information do you need?
Listen, I love people. I can't help it. I don't want to disclose this because I.
Oh, wait a minute. Kurt's going to the show in Atlantic City. Good for him.
Who?
Kurt.
Lego boy?
You keep saying
Lego.
Who? Like you forget who everybody is.
Kurt from Connecticut?
Oh, my God.
Is going to Atlantic City?
Yes.
Ah, the casino's still open down there?
Yeah.
I think, right.
Yeah, they're open.
Why is my voice changing? I feel like I'm going through puberty.
You're a teenager now.
Well, David Stone, he was great tonight. I mean, he the stories that he gave, he's a really nice guy. I want to hang out with him.
Chris isn't sure if Kurt is going. So it's
we have
to retract that.
No.
So retract.
No, I want to talk about David Stone, and you're talking about.
All right, talk about David Snowden.
He's
very nice. Very nice.
You got to talk about Chris and Kurt, and you got to be
talking about Karen. He's like,
what?
I have all these records hanging on my wall, and I just don't even really see them.
You used to see his office. I mean, the hallway.
I would see them.
The hallway to
I would see them.
The hallway to his office is like, wow.
Yeah, I saw those pictures.
How you get all these records you sent away from on eBay? Like he's got all these records in his hallway.
I don't think he needed to send away for them.
No,
I think they were given to him.
But he was.
I'm just saying.
So instrumental in all these fan clubs and everything else.
That's crazy.
I want to hang out with David. You know what? And I want to. Most of all, I want to hang out with Kim because I think Kim is a nice lady, and she would talk to me, right? You and David could talk. Kim and I could talk.
Yeah, and obviously everybody would pay attention to you and her.
No, he wouldn't. David would have like 5,000 drinks of whiskey and stuff like that. He'd have a great time with
But imagine that sending out 200,000 plus letters in a week.
I can't even imagine even sending out one letter to anybody. I just can't.
Well, because you don't do that. You're like, can you send this out for me?
Back in the day,
I do it. That's one letter. That's one thing. One bill.
Back in the day, the big thing was sending Christmas cards. Like, oh my God, I get a Christmas card. I gotta come out in time. Oh my God, I gotta make sure they get it. Oh my God, oh look at this Christmas card. I put it up here. Oh look at this one. I put it up here. Oh yeah, we have a stack of Christmas cards from over the years, and you know what I do?
And we put them out every year.
We do.
So we feel good about ourselves.
Nobody sells Christmas cards anymore. So every year.
People, we get like two.
No. I go up in the attic every year, and I says, should I put those out this year? Yeah, okay. So I hang them in the little molding near the fireplace. And I'm like, oh, look at all these people that love us. Oh, this person's dead. This person's dead. Okay.
Allah. God, you're so ridiculous.
No, I'm not ridiculous. I mean, you want to remember the people that died, right? So you put up the Christmas card.
I have to tell you, there is a feast coming out I would like to go to.
What's that?
It's in Little Italy in New York.
Long Island or New York?
I don't know. It says Little Italy, New York. And it's the Feast of San Gennaro. We know someone named Gennaro.
Feast of who, Gennaro?
And it's September 16th through the 26th. I think I want to go. You can look forward to a Zeppola.
Yeah? Zeppola?
Yeah. I want to go.
What are they?
I think I want to go to Italian festivals now. Like, that's what I want to do.
You know what?
Because that was so fun.
You know what? I'm telling you, That is the most fun I've seen you
Oh, my
have.
gosh.
I'm telling you, your face was like, you were like dancing. You were happy, even though it was 110 degrees and you smelled and everything else. It was beautiful. I mean, you were in your element. The people were so nice, and it wasn't it heartwarming, Kiki? Wasn't it?
No, I was hungry.
No. But what did people really like? They looked at you. They talked to you. You
Because
talked.
they wanted us to buy stuff.
No.
That's what it
That's
was all
not
about.
true.
It's true.
It's not like an amusement park. No.
Buy a cannoli.
No.
Yeah.
They were very nice people.
Yeah.
And I want to thank Philip R. and his family. You want to visit his website again. His website is ice cream desserts, DESSERTS.com. And tell Philip that Kick It Out said hello. Okay. You know who the hell I am.
What's my website?
Kiki.fm. What, am I supposed to hit a song now or something?
No.
I'm going to hit a song now.
I know, right, Chris? I hope Kurt wears his Kiki leggings to the Journey Show, but I doubt it. I don't think he's going to do that.
Kurt's going to wear his what?
No, Chris is saying that. Like, I'm not saying it. I think it would be
by
great.
the way, we want to thank everyone, and I mean this sincerely, who ordered Kiki.fm merchandise.
Yes, thank you so much.
Mark. We're supported by...
Got a mug and a shirt.
By so many artists and everything else, but the support of the listeners is so...
It's where it's at, man.
It's where it's at, and we really appreciate that.
Yep, and Kurt with the leggings, like I got so many people reaching out to me going,
oh my God.
I love him. I'm like, yeah, well, because he put on a pair of leggings. I mean,
right.
You know, who does that for anybody?
And I didn't
we appreciate
I did not realize that Kurt was built that way, but my God, what a handsome young man he is, isn't he?
Rock on, Kurt.
You know, his wife and his family
She's
were
a happy lady.
laughing at him. And now I understand the real story behind Kurt Andrews. Why he has so many kids. Because the leggings just tell it all. You just can't.
Alfred.
What?
You're so fresh. Kurt's not going. So we should plan a Vegas thing, guys. Well, I'm just saying. And Al can sit in the lobby. Because I don't need to buy him a ticket. He doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like, he cares, but not really. Like, I'm just saying. I mean, it's true, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I care. Like, I want to go sing all the songs. I want to jump up and down with Arnell. I want to... Dixie! You're here! You made it! Hi! Everybody say hi, Dixie! I just want to do that. And I think it would be so fun. And I love Vegas. Oh my gosh. Like, Vegas is just... Oh! Guys. I love Vegas. I love it. I just think Vegas is so... I mean, is it the same? I don't know. I don't know, but I absolutely love it. And I would love to go back. That summer we went twice. I was so happy. I was so happy. I'm like, I love you, Vegas. Yeah, I do. Oh, who's talking to me? Just Al. He's so funny. Al texted me. I said, Al, I'm going to turn my phone off for the interview because what happens is it comes through the iPads, right? So I said, I'm just going to turn the phone off. Turned it off. I could still see all those messages, even though I powered the phone off. Well, like, what difference does it make? So it didn't make a dang bit of difference. So what's everybody doing this weekend? What are we doing? I am going to help my buddy Michelle in the morning. She's having an estate sale. So I'm going to go help her for a little bit. And I hope it's nice because we're closing the pool in a few weeks. That's so sad. It's so sad. But feels like I haven't even been able to use it the past couple of weeks. When did I go in it? I think I went in it last weekend. And then one day at lunch, when I was on lunch, I went in the pool, went and sat out there. But the weather's been really crappy. Today it was pouring like crazy this morning, which is fine because we really, I know like it, we need the rain. But we really did need the rain. We really, really needed the rain today. We haven't had rain in a bit. You know what? I'm going to put my hair back a little bit. And I think, like, we had dinner right at 5 today. So I'm thinking I may have a snack. But I had ice cream for a snack tonight. you know, you got to give the little puff. You got to do a little puff with the hair. You can't make it flat because then it looks silly. You know what I mean? So there's a little puff. Yeah, so I may have a snack. I don't know. What did he? Nope. Hi, Robin. How are you? Nice to join with you here. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Everybody say hi to Robin. It's pouring rain there in Chicago. Yeah, well, it's probably hours just passing through to you, but it didn't last long. I mean, it lasted this morning, but then it went bye-bye, and then it was kind of sunny at lunch, sunny on and off-ish. But it's, oh my gosh, it's muggy as whatever. It is so muggy right now, like, it's hot. It is H-O-T, H-A-W-T. Oh, back on the air. I gotta put the plug in and talk to my boy, Alfred. Oh, for loving you, I had myself. For loving you. Chris likes my poof. Thank you, Chris. I had to put my hair back a little bit, and I'm like, you got to do a little poofy because if you don't, then you look silly.
So.
And Chris is working on the Journey Junkies all weekend. 4 Journey concerts in 3 days. I know, like, they are crazy. But
4 Journey concerts?
Yeah. What is it? New
God.
York, New Jersey,
really?
Pennsylvania, I think, too. And
really?
then another one.
Well,
Rock on Journeys.
I don't know if Wayne was listening early. He's probably very upset about the story that David told about Nelson. I can't. I just like.
I had no idea that was going there.
And I wanted to
no clue.
And I wanted to chime in.
No, thank God you didn't.
But I just because you know what I would have said. But you know I wanted. I
just for the record, I do love Matthew and Gunnar.
Right.
I've spoken to both of them. I've spoken to both of them. They're very nice, and
yeah.
But here's the thing.
Not that nice.
Well, you know, but we don't know the whole story.
Should I take them out of rotation?
No.
Why?
Love them. They're so cute.
Yeah, but that sucks.
No, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
But like you said,
we play
the house that Nelson built, so it's okay.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think? Just think about it for a second.
Well, you think there's any love and affection there? I don't. You know, I don't think.
Why do I live here?
No. Because you like me on Tuesdays and Fridays. I just whatever. So I'm sorry, Dave, went through that. People can't do this stuff.
That's horrendous.
But
I honestly, I was shocked. I was shocked. Mary Mendoza.
No.
She wants to know what she missed. Well, 2 hours worth of stuff.
Roy,
just saying.
But Mary, that's okay.
But it's okay, Mary. We still love you.
No, I know she's been listening to Martha Quinn for 7 hours, but that's okay.
Grey's Anatomy, Al.
Oh, it is?
It's Grey's Anatomy. I was just thinking, like, are we gonna have a snack when we get off the air?
Who was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I might have nuts. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's,
I like thinking about it.
Yeah, you like that. So Dixie's back again.
Dixie's back.
She had a meeting or something she had to go to.
A meeting?
Well, I don't know what the hell she went.
What kind of a meeting?
I don't know.
Dixie? Like, what kind?
Yeah, you don't get into her personal life.
Oh, Mary said Grey's Anatomy isn't on yet. Why?
Because she's in a different time zone.
No, but it's always on when we're on.
No, it's not. But
yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. Oh, you don't know what's going on.
But you don't
November.
You don't talk about other programs when you're
no, like Mary said, it doesn't come back until November. I got you. So their season hasn't started yet.
That's fine.
Our season has started.
So should I take love and affection on the rotation?
No.
I want to so bad.
No, don't. Dixie said she just got home. She had a wine and pizza meeting. Like. I want that. I want to have a wine and pizza meeting.
I don't know if I have Dixie's phone number, but I gotta call her up. I gotta find out about this wine and
Dixie.
Pizza.
That's like the best meeting ever. I want that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ooh, it's hot.
Well, turn the air conditioning on.
I can't because I have the light on.
Turn the studio light off. Just turn the studio light off.
Which one? The big one?
Turn the big studio.
Well, it's 9 o'clock though.
No, it's fine. Turn the big studio light off for a second. Put the air conditioning on, and it'll be a little bit dark, but people will still be able to see you. And put the other light. Oh, we're talking technical. Okay. Okay. What?
You yell at me all the time.
Oh my God! I just can't win. Oh my God! I'm trying to help her here, you know.
Oh, it's really dark. Like I look like a ghost.
Right, let me see how you look.
Oh, I got some Halloween decorations actually. At
yeah, but they're in another building, so they're not gonna put the tech.
I'll put them up next week. I bought I think 5 items. I bought. Oh, I look like a ghost.
You're fine. Put the other light on you. It's fine.
I bought a ghost and a witch, and they're like
Kiki.
little solar things.
Really?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
and little string lights for $1. How cute is that?
What store did you buy them at?
Dollar Tree. I love Dollar Tree.
How much are things at Dollar Tree?
$1.
Really?
$1. I don't know how they can sell this stuff for $1. I really don't.
So what you get? You got a skull set too, didn't you? No.
No, they didn't have any of those. Like they get wiped out fast because people on YouTube talk about Dollar Tree stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dollar Tree's good, Mary. It's good. So like they have these little ceramic pumpkins gone, wiped out.
Really?
Completely wiped out because everybody on YouTube's going, go to Dollar Tree and get your pumpkins, and
I know.
Nothing.
It's crazy.
I had nothing.
You know, and Salem, Massachusetts is going to be busy during Halloween, aren't they?
Well, you know, a few years ago, Dixie,
ago.
we should have a Halloween party. We'll have a virtual one.
Right.
I think that's a good thing. It's a good idea.
Have a what?
I look like shit.
Don't say that word. Oh my God. There's little kids listening to you.
No, there's not.
You can't say those words.
No kids are
on
watching
this
me.
Radio station. Don't say the word shit, okay? I'm telling you.
No kids are watching me.
No.
It's not happening.
You don't know who's listening to you or whatever, and you should refrain from saying things like that because it's not nice. You know that?
It really is nice.
Why isn't an ant in my studio?
I know, Dixie, right? I want to go to Chicago. I've never been. Never been there.
You've never been to Chicago?
Mary's got Halloween. Like I feel like I'm talking like crazy.
Hello.
Hello. You're on the air.
Hi.
Yes. How are you tonight?
Well, I'm fine. I think we should plan a Halloween party, though.
Right, but you know.
Well, I think you should fly out here.
Well, you sound like you've been drinking too much wine tonight and having too much.
Only 2 glasses.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, 2 glasses would put me right under the table.
Would it really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm such a lightweight. It's ridiculous.
I am too, really. I mean, 2 glasses, that's my limit.
Yes,
We're talking to Dixie from the Chicago, Illinois area. How the hell are you, Dixie?
Oh, my God, I've been so busy. You know, I did not get to the Journey concert at Lollapalooza because I was just so concerned about, you know, all the people that were there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're starting up some concerts, you know, locally around and surrounding Chicago. So
Right.
Yeah, it's been busy.
Yeah, I don't go to concerts anymore either, Dixie, because I don't like people.
Oh my gosh.
I don't either.
No.
I don't like them
I
either.
just want to talk to you on the phone and talk to you on the radio airways. I mean, this is much better. Isn't this a better relationship, Dixie?
It is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So Dixie, do you still see is Chicago really busy though with tourists and everything?
It is. Yeah. It really is busy, and Navy Pier has just opened up again, so people are going there. But you know, it's not as busy as it used to be. But,
Yeah.
But it's nice to, you know, go and just have dinner and maybe walk around and do some shopping. And I prefer actually the outskirts of Chicago versus right downtown Chicago because it's just, you know, I mean, it's so busy.
Do you have really good stores on the outskirts?
We have some good stores.
Yeah,
we do.
No,
you know, I love Macy's, you know, but of course they get really attacked, you know, during last year.
Right.
Yeah.
During the riots and everything, and it ended up closing down. But Water Tower is downtown Chicago. They've got Navy Pier, which is always nice to go to. They've got a lot of the boat tours that you could do, the architectural tours. If you get outside Chicago, which, you know, I live right outside of the city. I don't live right in the city. I mean, there's great shopping. But, you know, and that's what I like because we're so central. You can go to Chicago, you can go to Madison, you can go to Milwaukee. I mean, everything is within 100 miles. I mean, it takes like an hour and a half to go anywhere.
That's awesome.
In this area, and it's you guys need to come here.
Hey, Dixie,
I would love to.
Dixie, do you like to go shopping?
I love shopping.
No, why do you love shopping so much? What do you usually get when you go
It's
shopping?
fun.
No, I'm talking to
Well,
Dixie.
it's just, you know, I mean, like right now, I'm redoing my sunroom. I have this big, beautiful sunroom off my kitchen. So
Really?
I'm looking for new furniture for my sunroom.
Really?
I've been kind of shopping for
Wow.
that.
So when we come to Chicago, I can stay overnight in your sunroom?
Of course you can stay. I have 2 guest rooms.
Really?
And you're very welcome here. Yeah, you are.
Al, seriously.
No, seriously.
He hides himself everywhere.
No. Now, Dixie, do you have a lawn? Do you have a grass?
Do you have grass?
Do you have grass in your yard?
I have an absolutely beautiful lawn.
Really?
Yes, I have a beautiful patio with pine trees and hydrangeas and flowers, and I have a fountain. And when you go in my my backyard, it's like very, very peaceful and very nice.
Really?
But you have a beautiful area too.
But yours sounds really manicured.
Do you have blue?
Ours isn't manicured.
No, stop it. Do you have blue? Stop it. Do you have blue hydrangeas or white hydrangeas or pink hydrangeas?
I have pink and white hydrangeas.
Oh my God!
Beautiful.
Yes, and then I have the grasses.
No, the reason why I'm asking you this, Dixie, because if we stay overnight, I'll mow your lawn for you. How's that?
Well, I have a service that does that.
Oh, the hell of a service!
You're more than welcome to do.
You have a service. Do they fertilize you? Do they fertilize your lawn too?
They fertilize it and they get rid of all my weeds and they mow it for me and they edge it for me.
Really? Wow.
They make it look very pretty.
Oh, you have weeds in your grass?
Well, I don't because they take care of them.
Well, I'm not going to stay over if you don't have weed. I'm going to tell you.
I can grow one just for you.
Oh my God! You have a green thumb, don't you, girl?
What kind of weed would you like?
Well, Mark McCullough's ready to go. He's all set. He's like,
God.
I'm going to Dixie's house.
Oh my God!
I was actually going to bake you a pie and send it to you.
Oh.
Really?
But I've never sent a pie in the mail, so I don't know how to do it.
Well, this is what you do.
Yep.
No. You make a pie, okay?
Yeah.
And you just wrap it, insulate it, and just send it to the mail.
Here's what you do.
No.
Here's what you do.
No. It's a little stale. I'll just have some milk with it, and it'll be fine.
Al, you absolutely did.
Fine. I think I could get it like there 1 or 2 days. It should be.
Really?
Really?
Well,
Yeah. What's your favorite kind?
I love apple pie.
Do you? Oh, I make a wonderful apple pie.
Wait a minute. Dixie from Chicago makes a beautiful apple pie? Really?
You send me the address where it should go.
Oh, really?
Sure, yes, and I'll send you one.
I'm like foaming.
I hope Robert is listening.
No, I'm foaming at the mouth right now because I want some of Dixie's pie.
We have some. You know what? We have some beautiful apple orchards here.
Really?
I always go there to get my pies and my grapes and of course I make my own. Do you like homemade jelly? I make
my
jelly.
gosh! Do I like jelly?
Oh my
Is the Pope Catholic? Yes, I like jelly.
You make your own jelly?
I go out to the winery, and once a year you can go and you can pick.
Wait. How often do you go to the winery, Dixie?
Well, at least once a month.
No, I was going to say once a week.
Good for you.
Good.
All right, so go ahead. Let her finish, Al.
All right, I'll shut up.
I'm not a big drinker by any means, no. But, I do like wine. I do like the Cabernets. I like the wines.
Yeah.
So they have a really nice wine at this particular winery, and I go and I pluck the grapes, the ones I want. I come home and I make my own grape juice, and then I make my own jellies out of the grape juice.
Oh, my God.
Really, it is. It's so much better than what you buy in the store.
Yeah, no kidding. So is it a lot of work to make jelly, though?
Oh, my God, yes. It's a lot.
Oh, my God, yes.
But it's fun, and it's more healthy, and the taste is just so much better.
Well, yeah, and you know where it's all coming from. It's coming from you.
Yeah,
you know?
Yes, I know where it's coming from. So I make grapes every jelly every year. And then I also make this special bread and butter pickles every year, which I really love.
Oh, wait. What'd you say you make what? What'd you make?
Do you like those too? Do you like the bread and butter pickles?
Kiki, everybody, do I like pickles?
All right, so no matter what we get when we go to eat, no matter what it is, spaghetti and meatballs, I don't know, a grinder. Can you just put an extra side of pickles on the side of that?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to send you these pickles.
Really?
These pickles. Now I don't know. I like them, but I have had other people, tell me, oh my God, you should do this for a living, and I'm thinking, no, that's too much work, But I mean, I really do like these pickles. They're very good. If you like bread and butter pickles,
yes,
they're very good.
Well, we went to Boston over the weekend, and we went to this Irish restaurant, and I said, can I have extra pickles? And the waitress came back, and I says, where's my pickles? And she said, okay, I'll go bring you the pickles.
She didn't give him the pickles.
Well, she came back with the pickles, and it was a big jar of pickles. I love pickles, Dixie.
I love pickles, too.
Oh, you do?
I love them. I do.
Oh, my God.
But I like my own pickles.
Oh,
I don't like pickles that I buy because I just don't like them. But I do love my pickles.
Once you make your own pickles, you're not going to eat anybody else's pickle.
I don't mean to interrupt here, but talking about pickles, did you see the picture of Kurt Andrews in the leggings, Dixie, of the Kiki.FM rock shop?
Well, how could I not see that picture? Oh my God!
God, that was great. And I just looking at that picture, I know Kurt loves pickles too. Don't you agree?
I think after I think he does like pickles. I think after seeing that picture, I'm going to have to get some leggings. That's what I think. when I go to the gym, I can wear those.
Right.
See, Kurt is like a great poster child for us.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you.
He is fantastic, and we appreciate everybody who's giving orders for the Kiki.FM merchandise.
I think we should all get leggings, everybody in our group, and we should take a group picture.
Right.
So fun.
Of us in the leggings. I really think we should.
Yeah, and we can.
I agree with you.
We take a whole group picture of Kiki Nation, all the people who check in with us all the time, and we can have a picture of everybody eating pickles.
I think we should. Yeah.
But you don't want to see Alan leggings.
Really, honestly, don't forget to send me the, just text me or whatever.
Right, yeah.
The address. I was going to send you something before, but I wasn't sure of the address.
Right. You're so sweet, Dixie.
But Dixie, I'm going to get it out to you like really fast because I'm starving right now. I want some.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to make it tomorrow.
Yeah, but Dixie.
You know what, Dixie? Because I don't feed him at all.
But Dixie, you post these.
I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't do anything.
But Dixie, you post these incredible pictures of the food that you make. And why do you do that to me? Because every time I look at that, I say, she's torturing me. I mean, it's so.
You know what? To me, it's like. I do a lot of paintings too, like watercolors and things like that. And to me, baking is just an art form. It's artistic. I love doing it. It's just something I love to do.
It is fun. I love baking. That's why when the fall comes and the winter, that's what I do. I just bake and eat.
I do. I usually just give it away because I don't want to eat it all.
Oh my God! I'm moving to Chicago.
But I do. I love to bake. I do.
And I like to drink.
Well, yeah. I told you my favorite wine of all.
What's that?
Is that what is his name? He's that rapper guy.
Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg.
Eminem?
Something Crimes wine.
Yep, who just said that this weekend?
Wait a minute. Your favorite wine is some rapper, you don't even know the name of it.
No, it's Snoop Dogg because somebody else just told me that too. It's a red wine.
It's Snoop Dogg, and it's something Crimes. I don't know.
It was my daughter. She told me.
That's right.
She told me the other day. She said you got to get this. Mark said 19 crimes. What is it with this wine? Everybody knows.
Like for an everyday wine, I mean, if you're going to go out to a restaurant, you don't want to order that. But if it's like everyday wine, if you're going to have a glass of wine or whatever,
right?
Yeah.
You know what? It's really good, nice wine.
Wow.
What's the name of the wine again?
It's Snoop Dogg, 19 Crimes.
Yep.
Really?
There's another wine. It's called Crusher. Crusher, and it's from California, and it's not a bad wine either.
Really?
Crusher. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like Prosecco. I'm just saying.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's just
I
my.
definitely, and I actually have a few bottles of that down in my bar. I love that.
Wait.
It's my jam.
No. Are the bottles open or are they closed?
No, they're closed.
Okay.
Good, good.
So you gotta keep
If
them.
I'm gonna open one, I'm gonna drink it.
No.
Right.
You gotta keep it closed until I visit you and stay overnight in your sunroom.
Yes, and then you know what? I have an apron for you. We can bake.
Oh, please.
Apron for me.
Oh,
my
please.
God. I mean,
Al, you know what then? I'll just step aside.
No, Dixie, can you keep a secret? Don't tell anybody this, okay? Can you, don't tell anybody, all right? Just you and I here talking, right? I'm going to wear the apron, but I'm not going to wear my pants. Is that okay?
Oh,
Are
God.
you gonna wear the leggings though?
No.
Yes, you have to wear the legs.
Because I'll sweat my ass off.
Oh,
You
God.
wear the apron. Kiki and I will wear the leggings. How's
Yeah.
that?
There you go.
Hey, now. That's going to be a fun
And
night.
then you know what? If you like Italian meatballs,
Oh, I do.
I have a recipe that goes back hundreds of years. Honest to God, it is the best meatballs I've ever.
Are you serious?
No, seriously. I should send you. Did I ever send you the recipe?
No.
I think I did.
No, you did not send me the recipe for
I
that.
didn't send it to you?
Nope,
Oh my
I would
God.
have that because I still have the card you sent me last
Oh
year.
my God, it's the best. I'll send you the recipe.
So your meatballs are mouth-watering then?
They're the most amazing meatballs you have ever tasted
Oh.
in your life. They go back to Italy about hundreds of years.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's
So,
the best recipe.
so when we come visit you, I got to taste your meatballs.
You'll have to eat the meatballs with your apron on, and we'll bake apples.
Thank you, Dixie. You are awesome. Bye, hon. She is the sweetest. She really is. I love Dixie. I love all of you. She's so cute. All right, let me turn this light on. Because after the doobies, I gotta go to bed. Where would you be now? I gotta put my bottle over here. Because I drank it. I finished it. Do you believe that? I finished the bottle. Oh my God, that's so good. But it wasn't a big bottle, so that's okay. That's like, that was 2 glasses right there. And I am 2 glasses. That's it. 2 glasses, because I'm a disaster. I cannot do any more than that. I can't. Like, can any of you drink a lot? Like, I cannot. I'm stuttering. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to see Journey this weekend, but I just can't do it. And I lied. I told Mark that there was a front row seat for $30,000. It's like, let's check it. I think the tippity top front row seat is maybe $6,000, but I saw $30,000 somewhere. That could have been another type of site. Let's see. I'm pretty sure these seats are still available, but let's take a look. Journey. I mean, I think it's crazy, but it's in Central Park. So, all right. So here it is, Central Park. And let's look at, oh, you can't see, oh, show map. Okay, so show map. I think somebody bought it. Oh no, here it is. All right, so let's make it bigger. Gold VIP, it's called. The seats are all sold. Yep, Gold VIP is gone. So somebody paid up big time for those tickets. That's crazy. I mean, good for you if you have the money. I would do it, but they were available the other day. That's crazy. I mean, the VIPs aren't bad. I mean, like $575 each, $550. You know, it's not terrible, but $6,000 a ticket, that's a lot of money. But they're gone. All those wicked expensive seats are gone. Good for you. Whoever you are. Good for you. Got to beat the baby with a moving now. And a moving now. Baby with a moving now. Now to keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Yeah.
Anyway, it was nice to chat with everybody tonight.
Yes, thank you so much.
We had a great time.
You guys are awesome.
And Journey in concert over the weekend in New York City. You can watch it on TV. And
Yep.
reach out to the Journey Junkies and share your thoughts on the concert and everything else.
And I'm sure everyone who's going will post their pictures and videos on the Journey Junkies, JJ's, over on Facebook.
So.
And Team Dino, too. We got to give love to Team Dino because everybody is loving Dean Castronovo. And the comments on him, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they love him. They love him.
I mean, it's insane. And I mean, we love him. I love Dean. He is a very talented guy.
Very talented guy.
Very talented.
And thanks to Mark and Don, and thanks to everybody who listened tonight.
Thank you.
We had a number of people listening throughout the country, and thanks for keeping us alive and kicking, and we appreciate that. We enjoy this every day. It's a passion that we have, and it's about sharing the passion of music with everybody.
Yeah.
And I think David Snowden relayed that message to everybody, how music has been so instrumental in his life, and his wife Kim. I want to meet her. I'm just saying, I just want to hang out with that girl. Don't you, Kiki?
Well, she obviously can get us places.
Right.
Yeah.
she has a job. Yeah. And poor David just like, they just leave me behind. Oh, it's raining out, but they take her in the trailer. Okay, whatever.
That's funny.
It's really, really funny. So we invite you to keep on listening to Kiki.fm. We're going to be rocking you all weekend long.
Yep.
We got some great music coming your way. We got some great announcements coming up. And, by the way, you didn't tell everybody who you're going to be talking to next week.
Oh, my goodness.
So now it's late, and like everybody's like going asleep and whatever. And because I didn't write it down, we got a big, I think it's a pretty decent interview next week. Now, anybody who's listening who likes Journey, let me just say this.
So bad.
No, listen. Anybody who's listening who likes Journey, and if they're not listening, tell them to turn on Kiki.fm right now. And because we should have announced this like right after the interview tonight, but I got so much going on in my head. I can't do everything, and I just can't. So Kiki has an opportunity to talk to some guy next week. So Kiki, tell the radio listening audience who you're going to be talking to next week. I have no idea.
So next week we are talking to Mo Windhorst. He is the sound engineer for Journey.
What?
He is the sound engineer for Journey. He was at Lollapalooza. He's with them now. He has been the sound engineer for Heart. So we're going to get some really, hey Kendra, how are you, baby girl? So we are going to get some really great behind the scenes stories from him about Heart and Journey.
You should let me interview him because I'm a nerd. He's a nerd. And we like, I won't interview him. But this guy has been the sound guy for Journey for a while. Is that correct, Kiki?
8 years.
8 years.
So he
was at Lollapalooza.
Yes.
And he's going to be in New York this weekend too?
Yep. And he's the sound guy. He's the guy. He's the guy.
And what's his name again?
Mo Windhorst. So we will be talking to him next Thursday night, and I hope you can all join us.
Oh, God, we should talk.
And we're going to talk Heart and Journey. So that will be fun.
So it'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, right here on Kiki.fm. So if you like Journey and you like the stories of Journey, you're going to love listening to this guy and tell some, I think he'll tell some great stories.
Oh, I think so.
I think so, too.
I think we'll get some good stuff
We'll
from
get
Mo.
a different perspective of what Journey's about by the song guy. Because I know I am, you listen to every note. You listen to every sound. You listen to every switch. You hear the vocals. You hear the drum beats. You hear the guitars. he's a sound guy. So he hears everything.
And he's old school.
I like
I
that.
love even more.
Oh, my God. That's why you love me, right?
Yeah.
Right. But he's old school. You hear
Yeah.
what Kiki just said? He's old school. And you don't find...
He said to me already, he said, I'm an analog guy in a digital world. I'm like, oh, my God, I love you.
Right. And she just had a brief conversation with him the other day. We're going to be talking to him live here next week.
Yep.
But this guy, like, talked to Kiki for a long time, and he's like...
Not that long, because we're saving it for the interview.
But I was texting you. I says, this is not the interview. But, you know, he's great. He's old school, man.
Yeah.
He talks.
Good stuff.
He loves what he does.
Good stuff.
And we love what we do, and you love what you do, too, right? I mean, Dixie likes making food. She's going to make me a pie.
Right.
And she's going to invite me into her sunroom. And she's going to make me wear a stupid, crazy-looking apron. But you know
Don't
what?
call it stupid. You're mean.
No, I'm not mean. But I'm going to look really nice in that apron that Dixie gives me. Because I'm going to
As long as you have pants on.
I'm not going to have any pants on.
Okay.
And it'll be fun. Dixie doesn't care.
All right.
Dixie doesn't...
All right, everyone. Good night. Thank you so much.
No. That Dixie doesn't care if I don't have any pants
Right,
on.
okay.
You know? And,
Yep.
and Dixie talked about Chris Pickle tonight. That was great.
That's great. Yep, everyone, thank you so much. And we will see you next Thursday night. We appreciate each and every one of you because he's ridiculous. So here's Boston on Kiki.fm. Love to you. Have an awesome weekend. See you guys next week. Bye. Keep rocking. Bye, guys. Good night. Thank you so much. Nighty-night. See if that'll finish. That's finishing. And good night over here. You guys are awesome. Awesome. Let's see how I can stop this now.